Aw, sick. I'm live again. Hmm. Had a really weird disconnect from my VPN, which freaking sucked. Hey! Yeah, sorry about that. It's actually my internet that was fucking up. And I was over here like, man, I can live stream. I was testing this whole live stream. I was trying to do everything for the past 45 minutes, and I was doing the live stream was great, and then I do this for real, and everything just fucks me over. Anyways, we're here. Let me restart. Hey guys, how you doing? I don't want to start again. It's fine. Let's get this game started. Sick. Let's go. Again, I don't know if I said this before I got cut off, but playing Victoria's route, I know that you have to be confident. That is the one thing that I remember. You need to be confident for Victoria's route, and that's all I'm gonna say. So the alarm's going off. We're gonna get up. We're not gonna hit snooze. Let's get up right now. I guess I'd better get up. How's my day going? It's been fine. It's better than yesterday. Supposed to stream yesterday, but you know, whatever. The air is a little chilly as I push the covers off, and one glance in my mirror is enough to tell me that I look like a total zombie. In other words, it's a typical morning for me. Someone's playing music. The people I share a dormitory with are worse than roosters. Oh well, at least I'm up. By the way, I think for Love is Strange, this is set in an alternative universe where nothing bad happens. So everybody's just kind of on their merry way. So yeah, this is more or less an alternative universe. And I shouldn't make it a habit to be late to class anyway. I stretch out, yawning, as I make my way to the window to feel the sunlight on my skin. Lisa seems to be enjoying it too. She's grown like crazy over the past year. My mom would be so proud. Lisa is the plant. Okay. Wow. A whole year already. It's hard to believe that I've been at Blackwell for that long. I'm so glad that I came back to Arcadia Bay, and not just for Blackwell Academy, although I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a huge part. I liked Seattle, but it never really felt like home. Arcadia Bay is the place I grew up in, the place where I made all of my best memories and had so many adventures, each one as different as a new day. Pirates and superheroes. This was the best place to grow up. Well, I'm biased, but I really do feel that way. I don't want to sell Seattle short, of course. I lived there for 5 long years. I really do miss my friends there and my parents. I was so glad to see them this summer. But I know that coming back here was the right choice for me. I'm technically an adult now, which is something I'm still getting used to. I definitely still feel like a kid in a lot of ways. By the way, I gotta say props to this game for allowing me to use the space button to go to the next sentence. It's a pet peeve of mine when visual novels decide to use space as the hide the chat box. I'm lucky to have my parents' support and my scholarship, which I've somehow managed to keep it into my 2nd year. Go Max! And I can't forget one of the most important parts. Blackwell's brought me back to Chloe Bryce, my best friend. It took a little while, but we picked up right off where we left off. I just butchered that sentence. Actually, we did even better, because we didn't exactly part under the best circumstance. But the greatest thing about Chloe is that she's brutally honest with her feelings. Those first few weeks were seriously awkward, but we got through it. I'm determined to be there for her now, even if I couldn't before. Luckily, someone was there for Chloe while I was gone. Rachel Amber. This consider that this was written in 2016. This was before Life is Strange, before The Storm came out, where we actually got to know a bit more about Rachel Amber. So, just a little disclaimer on that. She's totally gorgeous, and she's a really great person as well. She's almost too perfect. But she's one of those girls that's just impossible to hate, even though Victoria Chase seems to have found a way. At first, I thought that Rachel and Chloe were total opposites, but they're really more like wolves of the same pack. Let's just say that knowing the both of them is like being accessory to every incident of dubiously criminal mischief in the Bay. Being accessory to every incident of dubious criminal mischief. Okay. Even if I didn't have Chloe and Rachel, I've got other friends here too. I have other friends. Alright, Max, no need to freaking rub it into all those people who don't have friends. I've got other friends here as well. Dana, Stella, Alyssa. Actually, I can count almost everyone on my floor as a friend. Even Brooke, who is, abrasive. It took some time to get used to, but it's just her way of being friendly. Pretty impressive for a shy geek like me, am I right? Take Kate Marsh, for example. She's one of the very first people who befriended me at Blackwell. Kate is probably the most kind-hearted person I've ever met, and she's an incredibly talented artist. I just realized that in this first part, she sure is taking her time to reminisce about the previous year, but she's also like, I don't want to go to class late. I want to set a new record and just be on time for school nowadays. But no, let me just think about last year for a good couple minutes, good 15 minutes. She's one of the only students at Blackwell that unabashedly wears her heart, or I guess her religion, on her sleeve. I know that she gets flack about it sometimes, but I think it's really cool that she works so hard to create a comfortable environment for other religious and or abstinent students, even if I'm not in her Bible study group or anything. I get along with almost everybody, except for my neighbor across the hall. Hey, Killer Time, how you doing? Victoria Chase is the head of the Vortex Club, with all the reputation that goes with it. Even after a year, I'm not entirely sure what the Vortex Club even does, aside from underage drinking. Yeah, and then also some other things as well as underage drinking. I've heard that being in it is good for your resume, but I never see them doing anything to actually improve or benefit the school outside of partying. Oh well, it's not really my place to judge, even though Victoria herself does a lot of judging. Hasn't she heard about the old adage about not saying anything at all if you've got nothing nice to say? It's hard not to wither under that Ice Queen stare of hers, or feel totally lame in the presence of her $6,000 camera. She has a great eye though, I'll give her that. Your shakes and snakes? What? I can't spend all morning daydreaming by the window though. I've got to get dressed. I don't want to miss my first class. Especially because I don't know what MX stands for. Or, wait. Is it supposed to be like a Mr/Mrs., except the X is just a fill-in, so it's a gender neutral thing? Anyways, I'm just calling him Mr. Dog. Mixed Dog? Mixed Dog. Especially because Mixed Dog told us last week that they had a surprise coming up on Monday. I wonder what that'll be. They're one of the best teachers I've ever had. They're always supportive of my work and always smiling. I knew Blackwell Academy took on the best of the best. Hey William, I'm doing pretty alright. Just playing Love is Strange, which is a fan-made game of Life is Strange. Hey Mags. It's great to see you guys here. So I'll just repeat this again, but Love is Strange takes place in an alternative universe where nothing bad happens, and as you can see, Mixed Dog is one of the best teacher, and he's a very great replace for a certain teacher. She has a great eye, especially Mixed Dog. They're one of the best teacher. Okay. I knew Blackwell Academy took on the best of the best, but I had to experience it to believe it. Mixed Dog is so freaking cool. Maximum Dog? Is that the name of the hot dog in Life is Strange? Haven't played it in a long time, so I don't remember. It sounds like a rapper. I'd better hurry and get going. Then maybe I can find some time to hang out with my friends before class starts. I have a feeling that Chloe and Rachel are going to laugh at my generic brand t-shirt and jeans like they always do, but I've come to terms with my style. I should make sure I have everything I need before I head out. Show me the nails. These nails? These nails? There you go, fam. I won't show you it in full screen though. You'll get to see these nails in part 2 of Yuri Hall. I should make sure I have everything. Let me check my phone. I can't leave my room without a quick scan at my feed, the modern equivalent of reading the morning newspaper. That's the millennial condition, I suppose, blah blah blah. Of course, Victoria's already posted her morning mirror selfie, liked by 28 people, posted 5 minutes ago. But she does look really nice in that cashmere sweater. I'd hit like too, but I know that she's not interested in my approval. She might never wear that sweater again if I did. Hit the like button then, if she never wears that sweater again. Hit it! Nerd cooties. Huh. Didn't realize nerd cooties go through the internet. I'm kidding, I think. I need to stop sinking to her level and being all judgy. Let's put on my bracelet. Chloe gave me one of her punky spike bracelet a few months ago. I'm clumsy, so I thought I'd instantly take my eye out by wearing it. But it turns out that the secret to thrashing is that the studs are actually pretty dull. I guess I really am ready for the mosh pit now. Shaka brah. The bracelet that I slide on next to it is all woven rainbow threads. Rachel gave it to me. I was pretty surprised when she did. Rachel's got like a zillion friends. Maybe she makes them for everybody? You punch that like button? I don't have potatoes on me, so I can't give you a potato. I'll give you my thanks though. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, you should. You won't get a potato from it though. I can't forget my bag, and I don't want to forget my camera either. I'm glad it's managed to survive this long. It's really old and not in a cute, false, vintage way. It's legit ancient. But that's what I wanted, a total timelessness to my photos. As I slide my camera into my bag, I look at the little dough pin that Kate gave me a few days ago. It's a warm bronze color. She said that she found it in a bookshop in Portland and that she thought I would like it. I do, but I'm just flattered that she thinks of me at all. I think I've got everything, but I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. Oh, my journal. I can't leave without it. I take it just about everywhere. Cooties. I thought that term died with any respect people had for Kevin Spacey. You know, this is Max. She uses old terms because she's a freaking hipster. I guess it's a little old-fashioned of me, and I know that just getting a blog would be way more secure, but I'm used to writing by hand. There we go. All set. And then if you click on this, oh man, oh god, somebody kill me. Oh, I'll read these I won't read all of them, but I'll just read them like a page at a time. Maybe if I was like recording a video, I would totally read all of this in one go, but yeah. September 3rd. New year, new school, new journal, same old me. I gotta say that finally filling my last journal up all the way made me kinda sad. It lasted me the whole year, and completing that last page felt like, well, closing a book. But it was really satisfying too. People who write visual novels need to start using the word as well and other words that relates to as well and to with two O's. I overstuffed it with memories and all of the amateur scrapbooking I did in it, so I'm always going to have something to look at when I want to relive all the good times I had here at Blackwell during my first year. All the good times. I put it in a super secret place, hint to self in case I made it way too secret and I forget, Dorothea Lange, and then went out to buy a new notebook. That's this one. So hello, new journal. I'm Max Caulfield. I'm 17, at least for the next couple of weeks. I'm a wannabe photographer. I also like to play guitar and doodle. Pretty basic, huh? I don't know what's this year is going to be like, but if it's anything like my first year here, it's going to be awesome. Fingers crossed. Time to get going. It's 9:42 a.m. and I don't want to miss my first class. I'll update later with all the deets. I'll read all the other pages later in a bit. As I head out into the hallway, I finally spot the source of the music. It's all coming from Dana's room. The door is wide open, like it usually is. There's definitely way too much bass for a Monday morning. There's never enough bass, man. It's never enough bass. I cross the hall, shaking my head. I knock on Kate's door, but there's no response. Maybe she's already headed to class. See, I'm a little sad I missed out on her usual morning violin playing session? Not that I would have heard much of it over Dana's music. It doesn't surprise me that I can smell weed and hear the sound of a spray can drifting from the bathroom. Rachel and Chloe, up to no good again. They're just fucking graffitiing the bathroom? What a bunch of rebels. But I guess that's the company I keep. Are you gonna play the game of Life is Strange? I've already played it. I've made a playthrough that nobody will see it though, because those are unlisted. I've played it with a friend back in high school, all the way to like episode 5 and stuff. I don't think I actually played episode 5. I might have watched somebody else play episode 5. But I did play through the entire game. If I did play Life is Strange again, I'd probably take like fucking 5 hours to finish episode 1 because I'd just be looking at everything. Victoria's usually got her door open or music playing like Dana, but it's been quiet this morning. I guess she went to class early too. There's that too again. I've never seen her show up late to anything. Yeah, you know, at least, even though Victoria's bitchy and all, at least she goes to school on time. Is Heart of the Woods still ongoing, or did you just drop it? I have a part that I recorded before my hiatus that I still haven't edited because I was just not in the mood, you can say, for 3 months. But I do wanna finish up Heart of the Woods because I don't like stopping my visual novel stuff, and if I do stop my visual novel stuff, I end up just like freaking what do? I end up just unlisting it. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up Heart of the Woods. I just need to finish up editing my stuff first, and then I'll get back to it, because as of right now, I can't remember too many things about Heart of the Woods currently. So yeah, I apologize for the wait. It's been a long time. Then again, I tend to spend like a whole fucking year. Hey, Daniel. Never seen her showing any late. Oh, the places you'll go, Max. Where to now? I'm gonna go straight to class because fuck everybody else. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me just go into the courtyard, maybe. If I go in the bathroom, I'm gonna see Chloe and Rachel. So let's go to the courtyard. Let's see who's out in the courtyard. I head outside the dorm and see Kate sitting on a bench out on the front lawn, sketchbook in hand. Up ahead, I see Victoria focused on a bulletin board. I guess I do have time to chat. Let's go talk to Victoria. Victoria looks so focused on the message board. She's got her arms crossed like she's annoyed by what she's reading. But I'm not sure what it is she's looking at. Take all the time you need, Ike. Thank you, but at the same time, you know, hurry the fuck up. Hey, Irma. How dare you? Did you just call chat a nerds collectively? How dare? Anyways. I don't know what that means. I scan my eyes over the board. There are flyers for club meetings and another plea about the Cat Picks tablet. Some stuff about global warming. Ah, global warming. The average Blackwell marquee. I don't usually go out of my way to talk to Victoria, but somebody decided to click on Talk to Victoria for some reason, so now I'm here. But she might be the only other person who takes photography class as seriously as I do. It might be good to scope out what she thinks about today's surprise. Hey, Victoria. Victoria turns around, and for a split second, I see surprise in her face before it's replaced with a stern look. What do you want, Max? Her tone isn't totally hostile today. Guess that's something, at least. Just wanted to say good morning, if that's okay. Victoria snorts and rolls her eyes. I wouldn't call it a good morning as long as you're around. Oh, wait, seriously? I throw my hands up in defense, giving a huff of aspiration. I can't catch a break with Victoria, can I? Wow, nice burn. Let me go to the nurse and get myself an ice pack. Victoria crosses her arms with an impatient sigh and then gestures with her fingers. Really, what do you want? I glance back at the bulletin board and see a small flyer in the corner. It's an advertisement for a photography exhibition in Portland. I think I found what Victoria was looking at. Just wondering what you think Mixed Dog what you think Mixed Dog got prepared for us today. You know, the surprise they mentioned last week. The fact that they say they instead of like he or she. I think that is just a replacement for Mr. or Mrs. Pardon my ignorance, but why does Victoria hate her? I don't know. I think in the original for Life is Strange, like, Victoria's just very catty with everybody. And I guess she just doesn't really like, Max as much because she's a hipster. And also, Mr. Jefferson at the time really liked her. As in, you know, he liked her photos and all that, so she might think of Max as a competitor. Other than that, you know, what Irma said, she's just a mean girl. She doesn't like anybody. So there's that. She's just catty. I'm gonna say, I remember liking Life is Strange when I was 12 until I grew up and have taste. Oh my lord. She's that type of girl. Yeah, she's just catty in general. Victoria purses her lips and looks away for a second before turning back to me. I heard a rumor that it's another photo contest like last year. She sounds kind of tense about it. I suddenly remember how she placed second in this photo contest last year. She hadn't looked happy about it at all. I know she busted her ass on it. Even I have to admit that her submission was really good. I totally thought she'd win. I have a feeling she took losing a lot harder than she'd let on. If it is, good luck, Victoria. That definitely wasn't the response Victoria wasn't expecting. Her eyes widen, her mouth dropping open for a split second before she recovers. She's not scowling at me anymore, at least. Yeah, you too, Max. Oh, I wasn't expecting that either. We stand there for another moment. Neither of us seem to know what to say. Awkward. Victoria makes an irritated sound, finally breaking the silence. Look, I've got to get back to figuring out my schedule for the week, club meetings and shit. I'm pretty sure that wasn't what she was doing, but I'm not about to call her out. Yeah, of course. I'll see you in class. She turns back to the bulletin board. Well, that could definitely have gone a lot worse. As far as encounters with Victoria Chase goes, that was practically painless. Let's go talk to Kate. Why not? I did Victoria's route, but I did not do Kate's route because I also really like Kate. So, you know. You talking about this? It is. Kate is best girl. It's really funny. I used to play Life is Strange with a friend in high school, and we used to call her Kit Kat. Towards the end of episode 2, I'm just over here like, Kit Kat, no! Stop it! Snap a Kit Kat, you need it. You're not you when you're hungry. Hey, Kate. Kate looks up from her sketchbook and gives me a warm smile. Good morning, Max. It's good to see you. I'm happy to see her too. Come to think of it, Kate's been a little hard to get a hold of lately. Kitty cat, yeah. She seemed a lot quieter than usual. She's not the loudest person to begin with, but maybe she has something on her mind. Whatever it is, it doesn't stop her from greeting me as warmly as ever. That's Kate Marsh for you. I missed your violin playing this morning. I missed your violin playing this morning. Who says that? Not that I would have heard much from it over Dana's music. I sit down next to Kate on the bench and see that she's sketching a few cartoon characters gathered around a fountain. Kate notices me looking and smiles softly, pencil tapping idly against the paper. I thought that I'd try to get some drawings before class starts. When I'm feeling inspired, I always want to sketch right away so I don't forget the images in my head. I look more closely at the page. Kate's drawings are always so cute and lively. She'd make an awesome character designer, or storyboarder, or an illustrator for children's books. Any one of those would suit her. I know what you mean. I'll drop everything I'm doing if the time is right for a photo. I can't believe you can do this kind of stuff with just colored pencils. It's so cute. Thanks, Max. I've always loved your photos, too. There's that too again. Kate's compliments always warms my heart. The best part is that I know that she means it. She's so sincere and positive. Speaking of photos, what do you think Mixed Dog is going to surprise us with today? Kate's expression turns thoughtful, and she claps her hands on top of her sketchbook. I'm not sure. They seemed really excited about it when I was helping them catalog our photography textbooks on Friday. I'd forgotten that Kate is Mixed Dog's assistant. Did they mention anything about the surprise other than being excited? Kate laughs and shrugs, and she seems to glow. The cross hanging from her neck catches the sunlight and flashes bright and golden. Oh, you're always so curious about the world, Max. A lot of people would just say I'm nosy. Yeah. Kate gives a little huff and continues drawing on her sketchbook, her pencil delicately tracing curves and lines. Would Max just make out with Kate already? No. This is Victoria's route, alright? Kate has nothing to do with this. I think you just have a knack for adventure, like Gloria here. She's an amateur detective. Kate points... Wait. Oh, that's Kate. Sorry. I'll just pretend I just set down her words. Kate points out to one of the characters in her drawing, a small figure peering into the fountain with huge, inquisitive eyes. A little cat tail pokes out from under the character's long coat. Thanks, Kate. I'm glad you believe in me. I should get going, though. Kate nods. I wouldn't want you to miss Mixed Dogs' surprise. I'll catch up soon. See you, Max. What? Where should I go? Straight to class or go to the bathroom? Do you guys want to see Rachel and Chloe? Because I can just skip them if I can just go straight to class. Tell me if you want to go see Chloe and Rachel. You're not gonna see them once I choose Victoria's route. Alright, fam, we're skipping. Because as much as it is, I don't really care much for Rachel or Chloe. If I go straight to class, I won't be able to go back and talk to Kate, Rachel, Victoria, or Chloe. Well, I already talked to Kate and Victoria. So I'm going straight to class. See you later. I'm off. See ya, guys. It really depends if you guys want to see their route. I actually would be interested in Chloe's route. I'm not really interested in Chloe as I am with Kate and Victoria. But I would be willing to try out her route. Kate is better than Chloe. I agree with that. Once I enter the classroom, I head back to the back. I head to the back and sit down in my usual seat. Contrary to what Chloe would have you believe, I don't sit back here to slack off like she does. I sit back here because it's centered right where Mixed Dog usually lectures. Speaking of Chloe, I can see her sauntering in with Rachel. She grabs a couple of chairs and drags them noisily across the tiles so that she and Rachel can sit with me. Chloe looks like she's already prepared to nap all the way through class. Typical. Rachel, on the other hand, she's got top marks, even though she's more into being in photos, not taking them. She's already got her textbook open, and she's running a paint-stained finger down the page. What is happening in chat? Victoria walks in just a moment later with Taylor at her side. She glances at me and then immediately looks away when she catches me looking back. Her lips are pressed together in a hard line as Taylor chatters in her ear. I guess she's not in a gossipy mood today. Kate's seat is over by the window. She mouths hello to me as she takes her spot, organizing her books in a neat pile. Hey, it's Mixed Dog. Good morning, class. What a lovely Monday morning. There's a few grumbles here and there. Chloe's is the loudest. Mixed Dog ignores them all. As you all know, I told you last week that I have a big surprise coming today. Well, the day has come for me to announce the second annual Blackwell photo contest. I can feel butterflies literally explode in my stomach. Oof. Next to me, Chloe and Rachel shoot me a look. Shoot me looks? Called it. Victoria stiffens. Well, I didn't really meet you in the bathroom, so I can't really say whether you called it to me or not. Victoria stiffens in her seat and sits up a little straighter. Kate smiles, of course. She's as bright as the spot of sun she's sitting in. Aw. I knew he was a rapper. Also, does this mean that he's not wearing clothes? Like, what is this? Is he just wearing a hot dog suit? Now, this contest will be a little different from last year's. You'll have to pick a partner because the contest motive is the bonds between people. Yeah, of fucking course. This doesn't mean that you both have to be in a photo, although that's not against the rules. The photo can be of anything. Your bond will be expressed by working together. Wow. I want to see all kinds of photos represented. I encourage all of you to enter. At the end of the week, each pair will submit their photos. Of course, I will be judging to pick the winner. As for the prize, the winner will have their photo displayed in the front entrance of the main building and a feature in the Blackwell totem. The totem that's like all the way on the other side of school and nobody can fucking see it? We only have until Friday? Shit. If I wind up entering, I'm going to have to start thinking about it right away. Hey man, don't eat mixed dog, alright? He's the better version of you know. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm gonna enter. Mixed dog turns the survey to class. Hands on their hips. Hands on their hips. A hot dog with hands on their hips. Hell yeah. One thing you should keep in mind. Be certain of who you choose for a partner, because you can't change once you picked. You will both need to work together to create your photo. No cooperation, no entry. How do you know that we've cooperated? That's a question. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous about this whole thing. Sure, I've been taking photos for as long as I can remember, but I've never collaborated with someone else like this before. Collaboration? Oh no. If you plan to enter, I need you to pick your partners before the end of today's class, so that I can add your names to the registration sheet. Double shit. Oh no. I just got a super chat from Andrew who just says, I look up to you. How dare you? How dare you? You can't look up to me. I'm 5'5". You're like 5'6" or 5'7". How are you gonna look up? Double shit. I have no idea who to ask and almost no time to make up my mind. Fidgeting nervously, I glance around the classroom. I can already see people murmuring to another about their plans. 5'9". The feck? Chloe, who's half asleep, raises her eyebrows at me when I meet her gaze. I guess she wasn't so zoned out that she wasn't listening. Rachel winks when I look at her, and I think about how much practice she's had posing for photos. Everyone knows that she wants to be a model. Wow. Kate waves her fingers at me, smiling encouragingly. She doesn't have to say anything for me to know that she thinks I should enter. We all look up to Ike. No. I'm 5'3", I can look up to you. How dare you? Damn it. Victoria. She stiffens a little, but she doesn't look away immediately this time. She holds my gaze. Oh, I'm not sure if she's issuing a challenge. The choice is mine. I could ask anyone. Nothing's stopping me but my own shyness. The worst that could happen is that I'll be turned down, which honestly seems completely mortifying if I'm gonna be real here, but I'll be even more disappointed with myself if I don't enter at all. I feel you on that, Max. Who should I ask? Alright, you know what? You're over here like, man, I wonder if... what if I get rejected? 3 of these people are your fucking friends, alright? And they all like you, so you've got literally 3 out of 4 chances of someone saying yes, other than Victoria. Whew. Alright. It's Victoria's route, so I'm gonna go for Victoria. Are you sure you want to choose Victoria? Fucking hell yeah! Achievement 1, double exposure. Found 1 achievement, bonus photo unlocked. Hey, Overdrive. Oh my god, it's a new page. I need to catch up with this. Hold on. Alright, is that September 3rd? It's September 5th. We're back on this. Hold on. September 5th. I lied about updating later. Oops. In my defense, the last 2 days have been a whirlwind. I'm still trying to get used to my schedule, and I wanted to catch up with all the people I didn't get to see over the summer. Victoria doesn't look up to you. You gotta earn her respect. I lucked out, and I shared a lot of classes with my friends this semester. I'm so glad I convinced Chloe to take photography. She's in a bunch of science class too, so I think she's glad for an easy art class. Rachel's in my photography class too, as well. There's the two again. And so is Kate. And so is Victoria, which should surprise approximately no one. Of course, I already have a shit ton of homework already, but that's par for the course. I'm actually pretty happy about it. I know it's weird, but over the summer, I missed everything about Blackwell, and that includes the homework. I've never heard anybody who says I miss homework. I'm pretty sure I won't be saying this once I actually get started on it, but let me live in blissful ignorance for a little bit, okay? Okay. If you want. Victoria is a huge Visco girl? I don't know what Visco means. Force Victoria to look up to you? I don't think that's how that works. I'll just read this one and then we'll get back to it. September 8th. The Vortex Club's already wallpapering the entire school in their party posters. Rachel's trying her best to get me. LOL. Who the feck writes it out like that? I can picture it now. Me, wedged into a corner with a migraine from the music, wondering why the floor is all sticky. No thanks. Chloe already got her first detention. Highly impressive. I sneaked in a snack for her through a window like a ninja. I had to stand in a bush and signal her. I am nothing if not an amazing friend. Kate and I have a tea date set up for today. I'm already waiting for her to finish getting ready, and then we're off to the races. It'll be really awesome to finally sit down and have a good talk with her and catch up after summer vacation. By the way, I really like this whole extra backstory stuff here, because it just really puts more into the game, knowing that like they've spent all this time fucking writing a backstory that maybe not a lot of people are just gonna go through it. So yeah. By the way, once Tuesday comes, there's gonna be like more stuff, more entries. So yeah. Whew. A Visco girl is really girly. Is that really what it means? A Visco girl or an e-girl? What are all these terms now? I'm about to do the dumbest thing I've ever done. As I get up from my desk, I feel my body turn stiff and robotic, like it's trying to protect me from the humiliation that I'm about to suffer by paralyzing me, but I force my way through it. Just call me old, how dare you? Come on, Max, just walk over to her. Just walk right on over to Victoria Chase, who could ruin your reputation with a single status on the social media of her choice. Just make Victoria regret not looking up to you. I don't want her to look up to me. I just want her to give me a smooch. Victoria Chase, who is, in fact, incredibly talented and could help you produce something amazing if only you could get her to treat you like a fellow human. I should seriously turn my ass right back around and sit down, but I keep walking. Get with the time, Grandma? Excuse me. Actually, I don't mind being called a grandma, considering the fact that most of the time people either accuse me of being a 12-year-old, so you know what? Keep calling me a grandma, I'll take it. Victoria only seems to notice me once I'm standing right above her. Never one to settle for being at anybody's feet, she immediately pushes her chair back, stands, and then kind of looms. I think I just shat a brick. What's up, sour grapes? Yep, this was a hella bad idea. I try not to look like I've just made a huge mistake. Grandma Ike, oh no. Oh, so clever. I take it you'll be entering? Yeah. I'm stalling for time, thinking about changing my mind. Victoria's looking at me expectantly. Hella. She can really make people feel like they're nothing with just one look. That's what sparked the determination in me. I feel bold for a moment, and I grasp onto it before it slips away. There you go, Max. Be bold. That's what Victoria wants. Here goes nothing. I want to work with you. Victoria looks stunned. Her expression is so satisfying. Excusez-moi? I talk fast before my bravado disappears entirely. We both take photography class way seriously. We both came to Blackwell to work on our photos and get better, right? We're both into the same artists and the same eras, and I know you're practically an expert. I know we really don't see eye to eye, and your style is almost completely opposite of mine, but I think we've got the best chance of winning if we work together. Will logic win her over? I have no idea. I haven't even fully thought out this insane desire to work with her. Ike is in the 9-year-old army? No, I'm a grandma. Victoria isn't respecting us, right? It's not respecting us right now. How dare? Her eyes narrow to slits. She's probably going to laugh in my face. I bet she wants this to be a her versus me competition. I hold my breath. Finally, she speaks slowly. You're not as dumb as you look. Thanks, I think. And then she sits down. I stare at her. Was that a... Oh, shit. Victoria waves her hand at me, irritated. What a face. What a face on Victoria right now. Come talk to me after class, okay? Get out of my face. I think that was a yes. We're interrupted by Mixed Dog trailing back to the front of the classroom and clearing the throat. This is unacceptable. All right. I've got to get into today's lecture. If you haven't picked a partner yet, then be sure that you do before class lets out. I settle back into my seat as the lesson begins, but I can barely focus. All I can think about is the contest. When class lets out, it feels like hours later, and I leap out of my seat. Just as Victoria asked me to, I walk over to approach her. She takes her time gathering her books and ignoring my existence. I wait. Finally, she straightens and gives a sharp jerk of her head. Well, what are you waiting for? Oh. After giving Mixed Dog our names for the registration sheet, I rush to follow her to the door. I tell her you respect yourself and tell Victoria that repeatedly. Why, if I have the option, I'll choose, but I don't. We'll meet tomorrow morning at that tin bucket of a diner. I'll text to let you know the exact time. The 2 wells? Isn't that what I just said? No? Do you need my number? Victoria shoots me a withering look. Guess not. So she already has it. Huh. That's all. Be prepared tomorrow and do not be late. With a dismissive flick of her wrist, Victoria separates from me and takes long strides down the hallway, her head held high. I watch her go. Is this a date? It's a whole date. It's a whole week of dates. I can't believe that worked. Irma, what's my sexuality? Just go watch my latest video and skip over to when I was talking about blooming to you, and you'll find out. What have I gotten myself into? Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh no, I have so many pages to read. Oh no. So, actually, if I really wanted to, I guess I can honestly skip all the way to, like, right here. right here, actually. October 7th is when. Give me the top. It's the Yuri haul. Part 1. It's my latest video that I uploaded. Alright, see you later, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by. I'll actually read these part because they actually pertain to the current situation. See you tomorrow at work. Alright, dude. Adios. So October 7th was yesterday. It's a photo contest. I should have known. I think I'm the only one that was surprised and totally unprepared. You have to sign up in pairs, and I have to pick a partner today because the deadline is Friday. Needless to say, I'm sweating at my desk. I don't know who I should ask. Maybe I should play it safe, or maybe high risk, high reward. I don't know, but I have to decide, like right now, as in close my journal and decide now. The whole group leaves to watch the video. GG, boys. Adios. So this is later on in the day. I asked Victoria, "Don't look at me. I think I was momentarily possessed by a demon. Yeah, me. One in Kashmir. But I swear I'm not joining the dark side. Here's the thing. Victoria's got talent. She might have the worst attitude in the world. Seriously. But is there anyone in this school that knows their way around a camera better than she does? Nope. So, in the name of art, a truce." Why'd she draw... Is that Brooke? The fucking Asian nerd? Why'd she draw her? That's really weird. She's got the worst attitude in the world. I mean, honestly, there are worse people than Victoria, but sure, as you're in high school, sure, definitely. My nose is clogged right now. I'm just filled up with mucus. Gross. I usually feel at ease in this environment. In the middle of the frantic breakfast rush at Two Whales, complete with an atmosphere so loud and varied it makes it hard to nod off. The diner is alight with a manner of different faces. Hungry truckers tapping their feet and banging their large fists against the counter. Sleepy locals engaging in quiet conversation over steaming coffee mugs. Where's Nathan? There's nothing. Look, no bad things, all right? No boys. Also, no boys here as well. No boys here. You don't even get to see what's his other face. I don't remember that other nerd that Brooke likes, who also likes Max. But consider that this is a Yuri. No boys here. We even got a gender-neutral hot dog. Swinging a coffee, families dabbing at the faces of their children. Families dabbing? They're dabbing on their children? And the already overworked staff bumbling about with a speed and accuracy I sure wouldn't be able to accomplish without falling over. And it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. It seems way too loud for it to be that time, but that's the beauty of the morning rush, I guess. Well, to be more accurate, it's only 9:58. I woke up in this morning to a text from Victoria demanding to meet up at 10 a.m. or never. Checking my phone again to make sure I have the time right, I drum my fingers against the table to burn off the excess energy from my nerves. If I were to be meeting up with Chloe, I wouldn't be nervous at all. Well, maybe a little nervous that she'd leave me waiting for way too long. I can't help the little smirk that overcomes my lips at the thought, because I know for a fact that she definitely would. Chloe? Yeah. She always tells me I'd better not be late, but she always is. It's fine though. I guess I've learned to deal with the wonky schedule of one Chloe Price. That's what you get when you pledge your loyalty to the captain. There's no room for me to be that upset. Being first mate isn't all it's cut out to be. Ugh, what's up with that look on your face? I jump in my seat at the sudden voice, and the smile dissolves quickly off my face. Victoria Chase is standing over my table, arms crossed and expression sour. I must have been so deep in my thoughts that I didn't notice her come in. So much for preparing myself to deal with this. I look down at my phone to check the time. 10 a.m. Right on time. I don't know why I'm surprised. Of course, she'd be as punctual as possible. When I pull my gaze off my phone, I realize that she still made no effort to sit down. I can't help myself from thinking that she's probably trying to use that as some leverage over me. As if she doesn't have enough control over all of Blackwell. As if she doesn't have control. Okay, I just had to recheck it. As if she's like, okay. God, are you deaf or something? I asked you a question. That sparks some annoyance in the back of my mind, and I hurry to respond. None of your business. None of your beeswax, Victoria. Get out. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do a little save scum. By save scum, I mean I'm just gonna scroll back because they let me do that. As much as I want to reply with something worse, I hold myself back and frown up at her. I was just thinking about something. Victoria raises a brow and then scoffs. All right, I'm back. Just had to do a little noise control. And then scoffs. It had better be something about the project then. I can't keep myself from rolling my eyes, and she narrows her own eyes at me in response. Or maybe it's better if it's not. It's Victoria. Or maybe it's better if it's not. If I have to deal with you smiling like a total weirdo all day, I might just go crazy. If she's that worried, her words definitely did the trick. There's nothing short of a frown on my face now. Very funny, Victoria. If it makes you feel any better, it wasn't about the project. Victoria actually makes a noise of approval. Good. I don't need you getting ahead of yourself. Oh, Victoria, why? I don't really like the way she says that, like she's planning on being the driving force behind this whole thing. I was the one who asked her to help in the first place. Whatever, let's not waste any more time. Does that mean you're going to sit down? Victoria's eyebrow twitches at my assertion, and I can't stop myself from smiling smugly. I half expect her to say something. Instead, all she does is huff and tuck a lock of her hair behind her ear, sliding effortlessly into the seat. Wow, it's too early to deal with you, Caulfield. Too early? It's already 10 in the morning. I raise a brow at her. Even Chloe would have called me out earlier than this. What the What is happening in chat? Again, Victoria shoots me a look and averts her gaze to one of the many waitresses passing by, as if that'll make them show up any faster. Some people actually need their beauty sleep. I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it with how you look. Oh! Ouch! She's on a roll today. I cross my arms, watching her warily. Seriously? If you were going to come here just to insult me, why did you even agree to work with me? Victoria pauses, and then pinches the bridge of her nose. Don't flatter yourself. Before Victoria can finish her response, a waitress finally shows up and takes our orders. Victoria, of course, wastes no time. Coffee. Black. She shoots me a look as if I'm the reason she's getting something so strong. I stand my ground, staring right back. For maybe a little bit too long because Victoria clears her throat and gestures to the waitress. Why are you throwing me? Why are you throwing me in the chat? We don't have all fucking day, Caulfield. My ears burn, and I avert my gaze. I'm dead now? So does that mean I don't have to stream anymore? Sick. Turning off the stream. Just a coffee with bacon and eggs. Once the waitress pens down our orders and speeds away. The atmosphere feels just as tense as before. Victoria is extremely quiet, and I can't find the words to say. It always feels like talking to Victoria is like trying to avoid stepping on landmines. It almost makes me regret my decision a little, but I quickly dash that thought from my mind. I don't know why I picked Victoria to help me. I've seen her work before, and for someone so sour, she has a ton of talent. I know, you've been telling me this for quite a while now. For quite a bit. I guess I've always wondered why someone so talented has to be such a jerk. She has everything, so what does she get from tearing everyone down? Well, you see, Victoria is... I mean, you've basically fucking said it. Max, you've said it. She lost the contest last year, and even though you're over here saying that she's the best photographer in this whole school, she fucking lost to somebody and she got second place. All right, what do you fucking think about her? And even in like the original game, you know, she's out here putting her work out. She's out here putting her work. And she's getting rejected from all these fucking companies and shit. So, you know, I always felt like even though Victoria's rich and all that, she's still trying to do her own shit and she's just getting fucking rejected about it for her work and stuff. Such a sour attitude, but you know, I can kind of understand. I don't know why you just went and said that you're... What is happening in chat? I've always wondered why someone so talented... Wait, is this the same thing again? Yeah, this is the same sentence from before. I guess I've always wondered why someone so talented has to be such a jerk. She has everything, so what does she do from every time? I peek at her again and catch her looking out the window instead of me. There's this little furrow in her brow as if she's thinking about something. It's probably something about me. Oh. Maybe she's questioning this decision just as much as I am. Hey, Victoria? Victoria turns her head to look at me, brows still furrowed as she opens her mouth to respond. Our waitress comes by and drops off our drink. Chat really did went freaking emo. What is happening? Victoria turns her head to look at me, brows still furrowed. As she opens her mouth to respond, our waitress comes by and drops off our drinks. Whatever she was going to say is swallowed up by her taking a hold of her coffee and taking a sip. I almost want to wince, imagining how bitter that was. Max, you're the one who ordered black coffee in like episode 1. The feck? We talking about race issues? Alright, anything that's like political and shit, I'm gonna need you guys to just shut it and not talk about those things. Thank you. So, our project. Right. Do you have any ideas? What do you have in mind? Since I'm dealing with Victoria, it's probably easier to ask her what she has in mind first. Wait. Oh, shit. It actually locks me out. Whoops. I thought this was the game that I could just go back. It actually locks me out. Oh well. I'll save scum later. Noise control? Okay. What do you have in mind? Do you have any idea? We both stopped short. Our sentences totally mismatch. It takes me a moment to realize that what she was trying to say, and really, I'm surprised. Was she actually asking me for my opinion? I see her grip tighten on her mug, and she turns her head away from me and looks out the window. I blink hard because there's no way the light pink dusted over her cheeks is real, but as soon as I do, it's gone, and she's glowering at me again. How'd she control that? That's so freaking great. Were you seriously asking for my opinion? Don't tell me you were planning to peg all the work on me, Caulfield. Her eyes are narrowed, tone almost downright poisonous. I groan softly at the accusation. That's not what I meant. This is a collaboration, in case you forgot. Maybe if you got your head out of the clouds once in a while, you'd realize that. Oh. I furrow my brows, a little irritated. Did she seriously think I was trying to push all the work on her? I tried to be considerate, and all I did was get yelled at. Well, I mean, we should probably figure out where we're going to shoot, right? Victoria hums in agreement. Did you just say you're 11? That's against YouTube's TOS? I'ma have to ban ya? I legit mean it. Don't ever... I'll just pretend I saw nothing. But that is genuinely... part of YouTube's TOS. I could get in trouble. Victoria hums in agreement at my words, seemingly placated? Placated. I think that C is a K. Okay, placated for placated? Placated? Placated for now. Placated. I don't think that's how that says. Delete the stream when you're done. You're right. I'm probably gonna edit this. I'm gonna have to edit this because, like, that's the reason why I leave the chat up here, because I like to edit this for later on. That's right. Since the focus is Arcadia Bay, it shouldn't be hard to find a suitable spot. Are you saying you know good places to shoot? She pauses and taps her fingers against the table. Of course, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to give you a chance to prove yourself. I can't help but snort a little, and Victoria shuts her eyes at that, annoyed again. At least that's what it looks like. But then she continues easily. As I was saying, I'd like to hear your opinion on the matter. Victoria's gaze zeroes in on me, and I instantly feel more than a little awkward underneath her judgmental eyes. Well, I mean, YouTube has a point, you know? It's legit. You have to be Either 12 or 13. If you are under that, you need parental permissions. It makes me more nervous than it should, and I swallow dryly and reach for my coffee. In all actuality, I don't really know if I'm good enough for this. The fact that Victoria is asking my opinion is more than a bit intimidating. That's a thing? Yes, that is a thing. And consider that YouTube wants you to be more, more into your freaking YouTube comments and like moderating it and everything. So just people saying bad words in my comments, or even people just like being underage and being a part of my comment could get me in trouble. Just a little YouTube things, because I've been working for a company that does plugins for YouTube. I could think of a few, but I'm not sure they're... Don't. I wouldn't ask your opinion if I didn't think you were somewhat competent. Victoria hugs, and I rub at the back of my neck. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I've got something in my mind too, fortunately for you. Really? Victoria purses her lips, resting her elbow on the table and looking over me again. Yes, I do. Clean out those hipster ears of yours and you won't have to ask me dumb questions like that ever again. There's another pause, and then Victoria's looking out the window again, waving me off. Finish your food already, and then tell me what you want to do. It'd be a shame if I didn't give your amateur tastes a chance. I'm so surprised that she's letting me take the reins that I almost do forget that I have food in front of me, and I take the opportunity to nosh on it. Nosh. I also take the opportunity to think hard about my decision. There's no way I'm going to argue about this. By the way, real talk, when I was young on the internet, I never told anybody my age. And if somebody asked me for my age, I always said I was 16, despite being in elementary or in middle school. Because when I was at that age, I knew that people were gonna judge me just by by my age, and that I could be a vulnerable target, consider that I was underage on the internet and also a female on the internet. So it's just a very dangerous thing, I feel, in general, for you to put your age out there, especially if you're underage. And I feel like people shouldn't be asking for other people's age anyways, you know, that's just my thing. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me in chat, just think about it to yourself. If you can't trust yourself, how can you trust other people? You know, that's the first step, is just start trusting yourself. Anyways, back to the game. This isn't a chance that comes often. It might be a little bad, but I kind of expected her to take complete charge. So, spit it out already. You decide. No. If you want to succeed in Victoria's route, you gotta be bold and assertive. I know. I think I know where we could go. You think? Victoria sips at her coffee impatiently, and I wipe at my mouth with a napkin. I backtrack a little, frowning. No, I know. That's what I thought. Where are we going? I actually really like that from Victoria. She's very abrasive about it, but you know, that's one of the things that Victoria in this realm, anyways. That's one thing that she doesn't like about Max, is that Max is indecisive and she's not confident about herself. So even in dialogues, like, you know, she's saying like, "Oh, I think I know," and she's like, "You think?" So yeah, there's this thing that I really like about Victoria's route. Anyways, where are we going? You'll see. I've got the perfect place to take Victoria for this. Hopefully, she doesn't find a way to chew me out anyways. Vicky. You're gonna call Victoria Vicky. Getting into Victoria's expensive car after leaving the diner was stressful enough. Look, man, if Victoria doesn't drive a Tesla, who am I to believe that it's Victoria? And it didn't really help that as soon as I sat down, she'd snap at me for the directions, wasting no time at all. Victoria's a Karen. Does YouTube know about the pervy Japanese words? Just curious. I assume so, because it could be a word that is used often, so then they'll just put that into their blacklist. That didn't stop her from turning on the radio. At first, I thought it was some kind of attempt to drown me out, but she kept her trashy party music at a decent level, at a pretty decent level, which was kind of nice. Shows she cared enough to listen to me. She drives a Lamborghini. Oh, it's your time to shine, Max. It's not every day you get to order Victoria around. Well, that's what I thought, but I just kept my voice as calm as I could in the face of Victoria's apparent displeasure and nonchalance. We make it in no time at all, due to the lack of traffic. Not that there's usually any traffic, it's sad to say, but Arcadia Bay is kind of like a ghost town these days. Before I came back to Blackwell, it used to be lively, or at least from what I remember from the days William took us around town and Chloe and I started sword fights in front of two wells. The thought is a little depressing. She probably listens to Ed Sheeran? Does Ed Sheeran make trashy party music? Which is exactly why I picked this spot today. I thought if we were going to shoot anywhere, it'd be somewhere vibrant, somewhere with a little more life, for Victoria's sake at least. I can handle nature, but I don't think I've ever seen Victoria willingly shoot at a tree or a squirrel. People are more her thing. Phew. Caulfield. Max. My train of thought is broken again by Victoria's demanding tone, its edge with annoyance. It takes me a second to realize that she's already parked the car. Sorry, I zoned. As if that weren't inherently obvious. Jesus Christ, Max. I expect her to keep going on about it, and so I frown and open my mouth to stop her, but before I do, she's already getting up and throwing open the door. This whole route is just a roasting session for Victoria to just continuously roast the fuck out of Max. This is it, right? You didn't zone and give me the wrong directions, did you? I huff through my nose, scratching sheepishly at the back of my neck. No, Victoria, this is it. Victoria gives me a look and then gets out of her car. I unbuckle my seatbelt quickly, fumble with my camera bag for a moment, and follow her out. As soon as I'm out of the car, the scent in the air hits me really hard, a sharp contrast from the heavily perfumed scent from Victoria's car. My nose is filled with the salty tang of the sea, and my ears are filled with the idle chatter of people, the patter of their footsteps against the wooden boardwalk floor. Max should just slap the girl. No. Max should kiss her. I should quickly focus on Victoria instead of the cloudy blue sky, and I see her with her... I quickly focus instead of and I see her with her arms crossed, watching the people mill about. There's something about her I can't quite place. No, you should slap her with a flip-flop. No. You should give Victoria a smooch. It's almost like she's not even breathing. I see her exhale softly, and I wonder if I was right. Breathing? Are you serious? Let me go into my... do I have a chat log? I just press save note. I just pressed quit by accident. Whoops. Well, there goes the game, and it's also not responding. Are you fucking... there's no like safety net of like, are you sure you want to quit? I just click quit because I thought I was gonna get out of the menu, and now it's not working. Sick. Wait, let me just end that because it would not frickin'. Now I have to turn it right back on. It's a good thing I saved right before I decided to just quit out of the game. Let's load back in. Alright, I was trying to find a log, but it appears there is no log, which kind of sucks. I can't quite find. It's like she's not even breathing. Okay, so are you serious? Okay. What? I blink at the comment, unsure of how I should take it. There's something pensive in her tone, and then she purses her lips. Nothing. I just expected you to bring me somewhere else. You did? With your tastes, I thought you'd bring me somewhere bland. Oh. I can't help it. I have to turn my head away to hide my amusement. I think I know what she's getting at. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna save scum anyways. Alright, don't click quit. Just click return. There you go. The junkyard? Like the junkyard? As soon as the words leave my mouth, I actually find myself wondering why I even said them. Having Chloe and Rachel drag me there so often must have had an effect or something. Victoria's sure to bite my ear off, but when I look over, she's staring at me with furrowed brows. The junkyard. You know what? I'm not even surprised you'd consider that an option. There has to be some place you get your clothes after all. Oh, shit. Hey, not everyone can afford to dish out $200 for shoes. I grumble a little, but there's this amused tilt to Victoria's lips, and the instant I catch it, she looks away. I guess I'm glad I could be some sort of amusement. Bite ear? No. Anyway, no, that's not what I had on my mind. Anyways, I hesitate a little and go to walk around the car and join Victoria, since she doesn't seem like she's up to moving. Victoria's eyes are on me as I do so, and I gesture vaguely to the boardwalk. We should walk around, I guess, scope out the area. Clearly. She says that as if I were the one holding us up and not her. As promptly as ever, she starts walking ahead of me, and I follow after her before she leaves me behind. Victoria's always walk with purpose, whether or not she's actually got a reason to. I wouldn't be surprised if she does have a reason. Victoria looks like she's so busy all the time, and she even makes buying from the vending machine seem like such an important event. Okay. This isn't helping me out at all though, because Victoria's got a few inches of height over me, making it a little harder to keep up with her long strides. She's not even like that taller than you. What do you mean her long legs are... What do you mean you can't keep up with her because of her long strides? Does that mean you actually like it? I mean, I picked it for a reason. My breath comes out in a little pant, and that seems to bring Victoria's attention over to my attempt to match her pace. She slows down a little, waiting for me. At least, I think she is. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, just stepping beside her and walking... I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, just stepping beside her and walking with much more ease. Okay. It's acceptable, surprisingly. Surprisingly? Victoria frowns at the little groan that rolls off my tongue, and I bite my tongue to stifle anything else that comes out. It's a little frustrating, really. Victoria can act as standoffish as she likes, but I'd like a little credit. Alright, chill. I meant to say it's nice, okay? Oh, the way Victoria says that is surprisingly hesitant, and I find myself staring at her in mild disbelief. She probably thinks about sleep. I mean, it's like 6 p.m. I don't think I should be sleeping at this time. Her eyes lock onto mine for just a split second, and I hold my breath at the gaze. She breaks it, and I'm about to breathe again. Wow, that was new. She breaks it again, and I'm able to breathe. Okay. She has such a gaze. Oh my god. I'm at this point where I'm reading it, but for some reason my mind is not registering it. Thanks. Don't mention it. Seriously. The edge slips back into her voice, as if it never happened in the first place. I don't know whether or not I'm disappointed. I need a cough. Hold on, I need a coughing session. You know it's real when you cough so freaking hard you just start tearing up for no reason. Alright, I'm gonna have the webcam off just a little bit. The edge slips back into her voice as if it never happened in the first place. I don't know whether or not I'm disappointed. You said you had a reason? Oh, yeah. I definitely know why I picked up the boardwalk. Not only is it gorgeous or that the atmosphere is calming, but it also feels like it brings life back into Arcadia Bay. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Of course you can't hear me cough. I need to silence that. Who the heck wants to hear people cough? I definitely know why I picked the boardwalk. Yeah, the end, but it also feels like life back to Arcadia Bay. Nothing feels stagnant here. Not with families trying to hold back their kids from darting into all of the shops they can find, or couples relaxing as they watch the bay. In addition to that, I thought Victoria would appreciate the variety of models here. There's so many figures, so much to point a camera at. Oh, you like my nails? Thanks, fam. You can get a close-up look of it in part 2 of my Yuri haul that I haven't not recorded yet, so. ASMR coughing, I don't think that'd be very pleasant. I do have the optimal cough. I like to call it the optimal cough. I have it right now, and I like it. Even though it's bad for you. I thought you'd like it. Yeah, there's, Victoria? Yeah. I thought you'd like it. That's why I asked, I guess. All of a sudden, Victoria stops walking, and I have to stop before I walk ahead of her. I look at her, tilting my head a little. Victoria's giving me this dubious look, and then she crosses her arms. Oh man, what did I do to deserve her almighty wrath this time? You thought I'd like it? Why the hell would you care about that? I breathe in and hope I can explain to her in a way where she won't snap at me. I don't know the answer for this right now, but I'm gonna overwrite that save, return not quit, and I'm gonna say you're better at portraits because I know you are. Because you're better at portraits, right? Victoria drums her fingers against her arm, considering my words, and then Almost cautiously, she speaks. Yes, I am. You notice? Yeah, I've seen your work and all of your photos are very Avedon-esque. You have an eye for framing people, so I thought you'd work a lot better somewhere where there's a bunch of subjects. Something in Victoria's expression softens, the hard set of her jaw relaxing. She makes a noise of approval, I think. Thanks, Max. I do try. But I didn't ask for you to cater to me. I can hold my own. I know that. I swear I wasn't doubting you. As soon as I've said that, I see her throat bob, like she's swallowing something bitter. You had better not been. Like I said, this is a collaboration, so... I shift on my feet, feeling awkward just standing in the middle of the boardwalk with no direction. Victoria catches the movement and then jerks her head towards a bench. I have no reason not to argue, and she knows that, so she heads over and sits down. You're super talented, Victoria, and I'm not saying that to stroke your ego or something. Victoria snorts. Chill, Max. I am chill. I'm just... Save it. I'm not even interested in hearing some sappy, hippie-ass explanation. This time, I'm the one who hovs. I'm the one who knocks. Some frustration burns at the back of my mind, mostly because one moment Victoria is tolerable and the next she's not. I fumble for a response to this. Victoria gets to it first. If you're going to bother telling me anything, then tell me what you're doing to do if tell me what you're going to do if we win. The statement hits me kind of hard, and maybe it's worse because of the way Victoria says it. It's so serious. My minor irritation gives way to this odd kind of nervousness that flutters in my stomach. The same feeling I always get when someone asks me what I'm going to do with my photos. Or where I want to go in life, specifically, how I'm going to get there. Victoria's staring right at me too, and I can't read the look in her eyes very well. All I can focus on, otherwise, is the way the light from the sunset frames her serious face. My mouth feels dry. Put some chapstick then. Sorry, that's your mouth, not your... Drink some water then. My mouth feels dry. Put on some chapsticks. I don't know yet. I press my palms against my jeans to stave off the nerves eating at my stomach, and I wait for her response. She looks back towards the sunset, leans forward so her elbows are against her knees. If we win, I'm using these shots in my portfolio so I can submit them to the art gallery nearby. They'd be idiots if they didn't take my work, so I'm going to make sure they do. This will be amazing exposure. Oh. I say this almost breathlessly, and I hope she doesn't notice how amazed I am. Victoria is so dedicated. If there's one thing I'm envious of, it's that. But I guess it's not really envy. I think it's more awe that keeps me looking at her. Oh yeah, Victoria is dedicated. She actually puts her work out there. Again, you know, as it was shown in like the original game, she puts her work out there, but then she gets fucking denied. Got him. You know, she's even trying to like fucking win over Mr. Jefferson, but you know. I wish I could be the same. Victoria seems so fearless. That's amazing. Of course you would. I think of course you would is a little bit too down on myself. I think they're both kind of the same, but let's just go for that's amazing. I keep roasting Victoria. I don't think I'm roasting Victoria. That's amazing. The words come out before I can stop them, and I rub my palms against my jeans. Victoria turns to me, tension still clear in the crease between her eyebrows. It's almost like she doesn't know how to respond to my praise. Thanks. I'm glad someone thinks so, even if it's you. So, if you go and waste it for me, don't think I won't make your life hell. She's trying to threaten me, but there's something else underneath that tone, I think. There's a lot about Victoria I still don't understand. I lean back on the bench and watch the sunset with her, unsure of how I'm supposed to feel. She bullied a girl. Vicky deserves to get screwed. Whoa there, fam. I will have to go and say this now. In this alternative universe, nothing bad happened to Kate. Alright, nothing bad happened. Everybody just had a great first year in Blackwell Academy. I want to find out more. To which I will have to say, yeah, that whole thing with like Kate and everything. You know, I don't really think Victoria was like the you know, the hive mind, the person who started all of that. She was just more or less a part of it, you know, a part of that bully group. Not to say that, like, you know, it's I'm dissing, I'm like, what is it? I'm just taking off all that pressure off of, not to say pressure, but you know, the fact that she friggin' bullied somebody. But, you know, again, alternative universe in this game, nothing bad happens. I forgot to click on this because this is, okay, this is right here. This was from yesterday. I'm still not really over the fact that I actually went and asked Victoria to partner with me for the contest. It could turn out to be the worst mistake of my life. TBH, it probably will, but the rule says you can't change your partner once you've picked, so for better or worse, I'm stuck. She just threw mixed dog. Victoria showed me exactly what I was in for this morning at the Two Whales. She showed up and was bitchy right off the bat and steamrolled her way through our conversation. But despite that, the weird part, she actually wanted to know what I thought about everything. She seriously asked for my opinion and then actually seemed to want to hear it. I guess there's a first for everything, or this is an omen for the oncoming apocalypse. This is later on. Okay. So, with a golden opportunity to voice my thought to the Vortex Queen, I took it. She let me pick a location for our contest photo and was cool with me taking her there to check it out. Hey, Oski, how you doing? I'm doing pretty fine. I directed us to the boardwalk, and I completely expected her to make fun of me for my choice, but she actually seemed kind of begrudgingly impressed. If not bland is a positive thing coming from Victoria Chase, I'm pretty sure it is. I'll take what I can get, thanks. Still, it was really uncomfortable just being around her. I was tense, expecting her to jump down my throat constantly, which she wasn't shy about doing, and then she straight up told me that she was planning to enter the winning shot, if we have one, into her portfolio for a local art gallery. We might not get along, and maybe we never will, but Victoria is ruthlessly determined. I kinda envy her for it. Focus on me, Yaya. Focus on me. Okay. Have I played Life is Strange 2? I was not very interested in the second game. So, when I chose to work with Victoria, I think once this day ends, I'm also gonna end the stream because I'm almost hitting the 2-hour mark. That's usually how long I stream for. When I chose to work with Victoria, I didn't think it would mean that I'd have to work around my sleeping schedule. Well, yeah, you've only gone till Friday to get a goddamn picture. What I mean by that is not today, but what I mean by that is that today at 8 a.m., I'd been woken up by someone's insistent knocking on the door. And when I finally managed to force myself up, I found a fully dressed Victoria Chase standing at my door. If I didn't feel dorky in my oversized Back to the Future t-shirt and hot dog shorts while I was in bed, I definitely did then, in the face of Victoria's designer cashmere sweater and glittering gold jewelry. You like it so far? But you miss Max and Chloe? I mean, Max is here. Chloe is not. We can play Chloe's route later, once I'm done with Victoria's route, and then Kate's. And then after that, you know, we can go whatever. Cashmere. Luckily for me, it seemed like the morning hours had dulled down Victoria's desire to taunt me. All she did was demand I get dressed and meet her in the parking lot. That's how I ended up back in Victoria's car too early in the morning, trying to will my empty stomach to not growl in her presence. At the same time, I was kind of nervous as to where we were heading. This isn't another berserk situation for Citrus. Nah. It's just the mangaka going on a goddamn break. Good for her. Fuck everybody else. And then I was just confused when we ended up downtown. Are you hungry? Victoria, for the first time this whole morning, suddenly questions, shifting the gear into park and turning off the engine with swift fingers. I find myself pausing for a moment, and she makes this face at me and clears her throat. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sleepy. Aren't we all? Does that mean you're hungry or not? Yes. I don't know about Victoria, but I'm kind of starving. When she came to get me, I didn't even have enough time to grab a bite to eat. I also don't think she's eaten either, but I'm not sure about that one. She might have gone to eat with her Vortex Club lackeys before coming to get me. Anyways, what's the worst she can say? I'm just being honest. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry. Good. I tilt my head in confusion at the statement, and Victoria glances at me and waves me off. 5 more months later, Citrus still not here. All I have to say is that, you know what? It'll come when it comes. Don't freaking worry about it. Don't worry about like, whether it's gonna come this month or next month. Just be like me. When it comes out, I just like, it's out now. Might as well read it. I don't really care too much for deadlines or if somebody ends up taking a hiatus or something, you know? Whatever. They do them. They do them. You do you. Good. I'm very confused why she says good. Because I'm hungry too. Jesus, Max. My stomach betrays me just then, growling way too loudly. I feel my face going hot, all the way up to the tips of my ears. Ike is itching to make fun of it. Are you interested in The Last of Us? I did not play the game because I didn't have it, but I watched other people play it. I kind of got a little bit bored towards the later on into the story, but I did like what it presented towards the beginning and stuff, and when you meet whatever that girl was. But yeah. Victoria's still watching me, and then she actually has the audacity to smirk smugly at me. Smirk smugly. You heard Detroit Become Human? Yes, I have seen way too much of that game. Tactful, Max. It sounds like you have a fucking monster in there. I also really like Victoria in this one. Actually, I think I just like everybody here in general because they just drop the F-bomb for no reason. And I'm like, hell yeah. Teens, am I right? I groan and slide down the seat, or at least I try to. The seatbelt kind of ruined the effect. Who knows when you would have woken up. I can't have you wasting time. The longer you sit there, the longer we go without food. Victoria opens the door, stepping outside. It prompts me to do the same, and when I do, I'm kind of awe-struck by our location. It might sound lame, but I don't... Have you seen a kawaii potato? No, I have not. It might sound lame, but I don't come downtown often. What, too modern for you, Max? There's something about this place that reminds me of a smaller version of Seattle. Definitely less polished and less clustered. Still, it's a step up from the barren streets of Arcadia Bay, and it looks like Victoria's taken us to the nicer side of town. Wowzers. Victoria hums appreciatively. What are we doing here? To go eat, Max. Do I seriously have to explain everything to you? I shoot Victoria a look, frowning again. No, you don't, but it'd be nice to know. I was thinking about our shoot, and this should obviously... Victoria, as she walks and talks, seems to be skimming over each of the shop. I do the same, following her gaze as it runs over the glass windows. Oh man, everything looks so ritzy. We should make an actual effort to prepare. I don't want to be aimlessly pointing my camera around like a goddamn idiot, hoping to get the perfect shot. So, I'm going to start by making sure you're not pathetically underprepared for this. What's that supposed to mean? I quirk my brow at her. Okay. She gestures vaguely to my clothes with a swipe of her hand. That means I'm gonna get you in something presentable for once. You might like to parade around with the fashion sense of a 5-year-old, but I could stand to see you in better clothes for our shoot. Whoa, okay. I actually feel a little defensive over that. I like my jeans, and this is my favorite t-shirt. Hey, there's nothing wrong about my jeans and graphic tee. Not everyone can afford to drag their Gucci shirt with their Louis Vuitton, whatever, their Vuitton jacket. Victoria makes this noise, followed by a short laugh. You did not say that. Jesus, no wonder you're such a fashion wreck. I almost patted her, and then it kind of clicks. Wait. Is it a you or is it a me? I'm gonna go for a you. You're actually going to photograph me? Might be the other one. The thought slips out of my mouth before I can stop it, and it makes me feel a little uneasy, but on top of that, it makes butterflies flutter in my stomach. Victoria Chase doesn't use anyone for her shots. What? Well? You're bound to show up in them anyways, Max. It's not like I'm trying to actively photograph you or anything. Oh, right, sorry. I just thought you'd want me out of your way. You know, so I don't deter your artistic visions or something. Victoria be looking like an ugly-ass hipster. Oh, hell no, how dare you? How dare you? I think I'm actually smiling, and I don't even bother to hide it. Victoria just clicks her tongue, rolling her eyes. Patience is a virtue, Indoor Fish, because you've got Thursday and Friday left. Please, you couldn't even if you tried. Before I can respond again, this is it. Victoria stops in front of a particular shop. Only before I'm able to get a good look at it, she's already heading inside. But I don't stand outside like a total dork. I follow her inside with all the grace of a newborn fawn. Instantly, I'm a little surprised. I was expecting she'd bring me to some really glamorous shop, some place with all those glittering shirts and an oppressive atmosphere. Oh, hello, Madam Victoria. Kiss, kiss. Pleasure to see you, actually. Just to take a huge wad of cash. Nice, pleasure to see you. Actually, just to take... Pleasure to just take your huge wad of cash. Okay. Don't worry, it'll come. Maybe in the next stream. Oh. I smile lamely at the dorky thought. Unfortunately, the place looks totally normal. I'm actually starting to think I can afford this stuff. Until I took one look at the price tag of a shirt and I honestly feel my heart stop. Whoa, I don't think... Oh God, don't give yourself a heart attack. Victoria comes over to me just to swat my hand away from the nicely pressed shirt. I press my clammy hands against my jeans. Victoria, I seriously don't think I can, And I'm telling you not to give yourself a heart attack. Chill out. Victoria sighs, ignoring my minor panic, returning to the display table again. Do you like beige or white? What? I'm not doing a very good job at holding myself together, and Victoria frowns at me. She has to come to me again, just to grab my wrist, guiding me over to the rack she'd been so heavily inspecting. These, Max, do you want to try them in beige or white? When I look again, she's holding a pair of white jeans and a pair of beige jeans. I hadn't even realized she'd let go of my hand. Huh? I don't know. I don't really know a lot about fashion. You kinda said that yourself. Victoria smirks a little. I did, and I was right. Still, I thought you'd like to pick something yourself. What do you think? I'm sure I can work with whatever awful option you choose. Thanks, Victoria. That's flattering. I feel real confident about my decision. Victoria hums softly and gestures to them again. I really have to pick something, huh? We're gonna go for the white jeans. Let's save that. Did I just click beige? No, I wanted white jeans, not beige. God damn it. I actually don't sound too sure of myself there. Beige reminds me of those work pants, the ones you see on really old teachers. Victoria raises a brow. Look, Victoria, I wanted to choose white, but I clicked on beige by accident. Alright, and now I'm locked out because I decided to save it right when I clicked on the option. Are you kidding me? And I just oversaved my old save. Son of a bitch. Alright. If you need me, I'm just gonna... Is this a save and load preference? How do I get to the... How do I get to the main menu? Why doesn't it let me go into the main menu? This is just... Oh, there it is. The main menu's on this button. Alright. We're doing a little rewind. Technically, she doesn't have her power, but we're doing a little rewind because I need to go back to that part. And it just... I do not want to play the tutorial. Thank you very much. So fast, so quick. Yes. I have to click on all the other choices that I remember right now. Okay. That's amazing. Yes. Okay. Let me actually freaking save 2 files this time around so I don't freaking fuck myself over. Alright. Anyways, I wanted white. I guess I'll pick the white one. I didn't even know that was a color jeans came in. Victoria turns to put the beige jeans back onto the counter and I hear her snort. Jeans come in a lot of different colors. White isn't even the start of it. It's a good color though. You can really work with it. Thank you. I know that white is a good fucking pants. Beige pants are just beige jeans. Beige jeans? I usually see jeans in like other colors, but like beige jeans? That's fucking disgusting. You wear beige pants, not jeans. Seriously? I wouldn't think so. It'll at least work on you. That's all we really need. Wow, thanks. Victoria pauses and huffs. It was a genuine compliment. Hold on to this. Before she even finishes her sentence, she's already shoving the jeans into my arms. If we're going with white jeans, you'd look good with a white shirt, not plain though. Striped. If you looked fucking awful, wait. You'd look fucking awful if you wore plain white on white. Victoria's walking through the aisle like she's a queen and this is her palace. I wouldn't have thought about it before, except now I see she's kind of amazing. She really knows her stuff and she seems so passionate about this. It's actually nice to see her so in her zone. Also, you're welcome, Yaoi seems. I didn't want to go with beige pants. Jeans, who wear beige jeans? To watch the way she struts around the store, sifting through clothes with this kind of silent ferocity, lips set into a determined grimace. Do you ever take off that stupid hoodie? Victoria turns to me with a flick of her wrist and I strain up a little. No, not really. Of course not. I just needed to know so I could pick out a cardigan for you. Cardigan. A cardigan. A cardigan? Yes, a cardigan. To throw over the shirt, your attire needs a splash of color or otherwise it won't catch anyone's eyes. Crimson or violet? Violet. I respond with a lot less hesitation this time around. Victoria finally focuses on me again. She opens her mouth to say something and then stops. A whole other second passes and then she promptly turns. Violet, of course, it looked better on you anyways. Crimson is too powerful, too commanding. Victoria mutters under her breath. Oh, okay. Starting to head over to the counter. Wait. You're paying? Obviously. Wonderful observation, Max. There's no way I can actually let her do that. Don't. Seriously, you'll give me a headache. If you want, you can just go wait outside. Victoria stares at her nails, tone firm, and I already know that this is a battle I've lost. I'm kind of dizzy. She's paying for me. Even though I want to argue more, I decide it's probably better to take her up on her offer. So I hand the jeans to her and leave before we can cause a scene by arguing, or something. As soon as I'm out, though, I kind of feel worried. I feel like I should pay her back, even if it's with something small. Maybe I can get her something from across the street. I heard they have a pretty sweet shop there. I've only got so long before she comes out, so I duck into the shop and I'm totally stumped. What should I get for her? Let's get this fucking Ghost in the Shell figurine, man. Let's get it. Should I give her a Ghost in the Shell figurine? Hell yeah, give her that Ghost in the Shell figurine. She's a fucking secret nerd. She's a goddamn nerd. I don't know a lot about anime, but I swear one time I snuck into Victoria's room for Dana's sake and I saw some dorky figurine on her desk. I hope she likes this one. I run out of the store just in time to see Victoria exit. Jamming the gift into my bag, I cross the street to meet up with her again. I almost thought you bailed out on me. You're kind of my ride home, Victoria. I can't exactly run and leave. Just call an Uber, Max. Wait, is there no Uber in Arcadia Bay? You guys that dead? Just no taxis? Victoria's irritated expression caves, and I breathe easy. Also, from what I've learned from the first Life is Strange, is that you have a school bus that apparently takes you everywhere. Scarlett Johansson is quaking. Victoria's irritated expression caves, and I breathe easy. My stomach also grumbles again, surprising us both. Instinctively, I blush again, and I find myself grinning sheepishly in her direction. In her direction, at the shocked little glance she's giving me. Man, that sentence is just wow. Not that I'm not having fun, but I'm totally ready to nosh on something. Nosh! Where do you want to eat? Wait, you want me to pick? Oops, that must have come out more shocked than I thought. Victoria's full of surprises today, so I can't help it. I wouldn't be asking if I didn't. She scowls at me lightly and crosses her arm, the bags shifting on them. Just pick already, won't you? There's something about the way she says that leaves me feeling warm, and I rub my own arm nervously, leaning back on my heels. Yes, well, I know this place down the block. They make some pretty cool crepes. Victoria presses her lips together and then nods, slowly. Fine, whatever. Lead the way. For the first time this morning, I do. I do. I did it. Wow. Let me actually, I'll read this once the time is over, and then I'll end the stream. By the time Victoria pulls into the Blackwell parking lot, it's already nighttime, which means we spent pretty much the whole day together. Wow. What about school? It's Wednesday. That's actually pretty weird. I mean, it's not every day you get to hang out with the queen bee of Blackwell with absolutely no problems or anything. I actually had a really nice time. Shopping with Victoria was pretty grueling on my poor heart and my wallet, but aside from Victoria's gift, it's not like I bought anything pricey. Victoria made sure of that. Just thinking about it makes me feel a little off, but not in a bad way. Kind of in a really confused way, or really worried, mostly for Victoria's health. She wouldn't normally shop for a beat-down hipster, would she? But the more time I spend with her, the more I see she's not as terrible as she fronts. As she parks the car, I peer over at her. She's tapping her nails against the steering wheel, seeming a little distracted. Maybe not really distracted, just more like lost in her thoughts. Maybe she's thinking along the same lines I am. For once, we might be on the same page. No, really, we might be, because now that I'm listening to whatever's coming out of the radio, is that Sid Matters? You actually listen to them? What? Victoria straightens a little in her seat, glancing over me. So she was distracted. Nothing, just surprised you listened to that. Aren't they a little hipster for you? I can't help but to take the opportunity to tease her. It feels right, even if Victoria could probably tear into me at any given moment. Victoria stares at me, and then huffs. Watch yourself, Max. I'm just saying I listened to it, and, I'm kind of a hipster. At least, according to you and all your other Vortex Club friends. Vortex Club fiends. You mean friends? Sure, Victoria. Victoria narrows her eyes. It's almost fun to rile Victoria up. She gets super defensive, fishing for the best insults. Well, usually. Lately, I feel like she's been toning it down. First of all, you're not kind of a hipster. You are one. Don't compare me to a spectacle like you. Secondly, the door is open, Feel free to get out, because it's not like I'm keeping you trapped in here. That's true, but I can't really go yet. Not until I give her this present. Ooh, I know. I have a really good reason for not leaving yet. Unless you're kicking me out? Victoria furrows her brows and turns to me, interested. I'm actually not. So is that an invitation to stay? I rub at the back of my neck. For some reason, the question makes me nervous. It's probably just because I still have to give her her gift. I don't even know if she's actually going to like it. Victoria stares at me and rolls her head to the side. I guess. But before I have to deal with whatever nonsense you're gonna come up with, Max, let me get at least a little comfortable. Are we there yet? The answer is no, not in this stream. I don't entirely understand what she means by that until she leans forward, pressing down on some button in her car. In her exquisite, expensive car. Oh. I breathe out in some half-surprised exhale as the roof of Victoria's car literally starts sliding back. Oh, it's that kind of car, okay. Exposing the night sky to us alongside the gleam of the parking lot lights. I crane my neck to watch the rest of the convertible ceiling roll back, feeling almost stupid that I didn't notice it before. Of course, Victoria would have something super fancy like that. No, it's more like, of course, she would own a fucking convertible. It stops with a click, and I blink a few times, shaking my head. I look back to Victoria. I don't know when she got them, but now she's holding a carton of cigarettes, hand halfway down to pick at one. Don't sound so surprised. Sorry, you just caught me off guard. Max, be a hipster and recommend her to vaping. Victoria gives me a small laugh, a half scoff. Most people are. All she does is light up her cigarette, taking a long drag off of it. Victoria reaches next to her and, oh, she's bringing the seat back just so she can lay down. She looks so comfortable, it's almost surprising, and I'm left wondering if I should do the same or not. If you're going to stay, don't just sit there like a dork. She gestures to my seat and I carefully follow suit, my hands fumbling to find a lever to push the seat back. Before I can get comfortable though, she clears her throat. And just make sure no one is coming or something. What? You can't be seen with me? It's the cigarette. She smirks. Maybe. I roll my eyes, but I'm not exactly too offended. Leaning up on my elbow, I check for any familiar figures in the surrounding area. I don't know, maybe Victoria's 18. Back in 2016, 18 was the legal to... Wait, no, they're in Oregon. I'm thinking about California laws. They're in Oregon? Washington? Somewhere around in those states. It's just us. I don't see anyone out here, not even one of the security guards, which is probably for the best. I don't exactly need David grilling me about this. Why are you so concerned? It's not like this is a date or anything. A date? I say before I can stop myself, and instantly I feel my face heat up. Okay, I did not mean that to slip out at all. Apparently, Victoria didn't either, because she actually coughs for a second. You fucked up her drag! I want to check if she's alright, but I'm too embarrassed to look in her direction. No, you wish. There's this hoarse quality in her voice, and she clears her throat. Good, the last thing I want is you trying to seduce me. Oh! I joke, trying to offset my mistake. Victoria grumbles in response. After I'm confident that no one is milling around, I settle back down against the leather seat, flopping onto my back. The coast is totally clear. Victoria hums with approval. Since I've got nowhere to put my hands, I rest them both on my stomach, staring up blankly at the sky. So, are you gonna let me in on whatever you're planning? I stiffen up slightly, biting at my lip at the reminder of the GIF in my bag. I wasn't expecting you to actually remember. You're the one who freaking... Are you kidding me? My memory isn't that awful. I slide one of my hands over to my bag, shrugging weakly. Keep it family friendly? I don't think that's gonna work. I've already dropped the F-bomb several times in the stream. Yeah, but my GIF probably is. My memory isn't that awful, but my GIF probably is. Okay. The thought of it is kind of depressing, but Victoria is watching me warily, eyes darting down to my bag. I just... Okay, it's not a bomb, is it? I was gonna say a gun, but you know what? A bomb works too, Victoria. Very funny, Victoria. Victoria doesn't ease up at all, still watching me intently. She even turns to face me, leaning on her elbow and everything. Noise test. In spite of myself, I smile a little at the sight. So, spit it out already. God, like, Victoria is right. Stop fucking monologuing and just give her the goddamn GIF. I guess it's now or never. Not that I really have a choice. Earlier, when we were shopping and you bought me that outfit, immediately, Victoria looks a little peeved. Are you gonna bring this up again? I already told you. Can you actually let me finish? I cut her off before she can actually tell me to forget about it, and she narrows her eyes, taking a long drag with no further comment. I got you something. You did what? Victoria seems like she's at a loss for words for just a second. Even after I specifically told you you didn't have to worry about paying me back, there's a lot of like doubles, even though I understand in terms of like dialogue and stuff. It's really weird when you see it off dialogue. That's just me though. All I can do is shrug my shoulders, fingering the strap of my bag anxiously. I just wanted to say thanks. I didn't really expect that. It was a really nice gesture, and it's not like I got you anything big, just a little something. Victoria averts her gaze, covering her mouth with her hand. All right, fine. What is it? It's now or never, Max. You said that before, Max. You can do this. It's just Victoria. I sit up a little to reach into my camera bag and pull out that dorky figurine I managed to find earlier, all neat and boxed up. I seriously have no clue where it's even from, but all I know is that the girl in the box looks pretty tough, wearing a leather jacket and holding some sort of pistol, I think? Looks pretty futuristic. Either way, I hand it over, and Victoria's gone impressively silent. Victoria? Where did you get that? There's this odd urgency in her tone, and she takes it from my hand so quickly I jumped a little. The store? I saw it, and I thought you'd like this kind of stuff, so... Wait, excuse me? You thought I liked this kind of stuff? Yeah? Uh-oh, I have a feeling I'm not supposed to know about this. She's a secret weeb in disguise. She likes anime shit. Did Taylor, open her huge mouth or something? Victoria questions, turning the box around in her hand, and I tense up. I don't answer. Sorry, Taylor. I sent a silent prayer to her. Before I can come up with anything, Victoria just turns and crams the figurine into one of the plastic bags. Whatever. I guess I should thank you for the dorky thought anyways. Huh. Now that the weight of the whole situation is gone and Victoria hasn't kicked me out, I take the chance to press my head against the leather seat of her car, closing my eyes and resting my hands against my stomach. So rude for what? Her throwing Taylor under the bus? I agree. I don't hear Victoria move, but that's fine. Half of this chat is just... All I can hear is her smoking next to me, and the radio blaring softly with another Sid Matters song. This is definitely how their album's meant to be enjoyed. Score. It's oddly relaxing, just sitting here, in Victoria's car, with the wind brushing over us. I know we're just at Blackwell, but here it kind of feels like we're in our own little world. Just us and the music, laying down underneath the night sky. Max. It's Victoria who breaks the silence. I don't actually mind too much, really. I turn my head to the side, opening my eyes to look at her. She's on her back now, one arm behind her head and her other hand over mouth. The cigarette tucked between her fingers is just about out, and I wonder if she's going to light another one. Victoria starts to say something, and I see this crease between her brows as it tapers off into an unintelligible mutter. Huh? What was that? Victoria blows a breath through her mouth, all smoke. It's distracting. Yeah, Max, get in that secondhand smoke. Never mind. It was something entirely stupid. All that does is make me even more concerned. Victoria usually doesn't censor herself, at least not this openly. I bet it's not. It is. Come on, Victoria, I say stupid things all the time. I think I'm winning because Victoria's lips form an amused smile at the words. That's a good point. She shuts her eyes briefly, expression falling again. Fine. There's a beat of silence, and Victoria sits up briefly to throw her cigarette outside on the pavement. Did you have a good time? Oddly enough, that's the last thing I expected from her. There's that crease between her brows again that I could have easily mistaken for concern. Or, no, I think that really is concern this time. I almost forget to respond, the idea making me still with surprise. still with surprise. Huh? That's it? The muscle in Victoria's jaws stiffen, and she shoots me an annoyed glare. What do you mean, that's it? No, nothing bad. You were just kind of acting like it was something worse. This time, I'm positive it's not the moon playing tricks on me. There's this flush on her cheeks. It might be from anger, but I'm not totally positive. I'm not totally positive about a lot of things, especially regarding Victoria. Did you have a good time? Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, I did. I wasn't really expecting any of that. That's it. There's this dip in Victoria's voice that surprises me, and I tilt my head a little at her. Huh? Victoria shakes her head and says nothing for a second. Forget it. Alright, fine. Fine, I forgot to save. Hold on. Well, what's the third option? I should have checked it. I went for the me. I went for the me again. It's supposed to be you. Did you have a good time? I'll continue with the scene a little bit just to see how it goes out. Never mind, it was entirely stupid. Oh, does that make? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let me just go on a load, and I haven't saved since the other one. Wow. Let me just go back into my white jeans. Yes, give her the Ghost in the Shell, because she's a goddamn weeb. Okay, there you go. Let me go back and say, I don't know why I was so confident. Why are you asking is a question, and if I remember, she doesn't like it when you, like, not say, like, when you question her, but Max does that all the time. Did you? It's supposed to be a you question. It's you, not me. Did you? I know it's not an answer to a question, but it's the first thing I think of. I'd like to know as well. There's that 2 again. Was it a 2? Yeah, it was a 2. How dare they? Victoria purses her lips, running a hand through her bangs. Hanging out with you wasn't as drastically terrible as I thought it would be. That totally means yes. I'm smiling broadly this time, and Victoria's eyes widen a little. She quickly covers it up with a frown. Okay, but did you? I really did. I had a really good time, Victoria. I'm not surprised it's a shock though. I'm not surprised it's a shock though. What does that, what? We didn't really used to get along, right? I have to stop myself for a second there. Didn't used to get along? Does that mean that we're really getting along now? And it was actually really fun to see you do your whole fashion thing. Victoria's watching me cautiously. Does she not believe me? Well, I mean, consider the fact that she has a catty attitude and maybe, like, most of the people in school hates her and she has a bad reputation, you know? Somebody being nice to her is a little doubtful. And she's also rich, so you never know whether someone's just being her friend to get her money. After a second, I see some tension drain out of her bunched up muscles. Oh, bunched up muscles, huh? Shoulders falling back against the leather of her seat. Thanks, Max. I try. No problem. It's worth it just to see how relaxed Victoria is. I couldn't have imagined she'd be so worried about something so small. Victoria finally sits up, though, bringing down her mirror and brushing at her hair. We probably should go back inside before Wells finds us and start bitching. Or even worse, Matson. I laugh a little at that, taking the initiative and pulling myself up, too. David can be a pain in the ass, yeah. Victoria stops fixing herself in the tiny mirror. Do I want to know why you sound so familiar with him? Maybe not. It's a long story, or just a bunch of tiny ones. I could never resist getting into shenanigans with Chloe, after all. Victoria just shakes her head. Weirdo. I don't want to hear about your weird escapades with our security guard. Ugh, don't put it like that. Victoria flashes me another award-winning smirk and then picks up her purse. Come on, let's go back to my room. Your room? Excuse me, Victoria. Wait, what? What? There's a lot of whats. Don't give me that look. We still have a few things we have to talk about for tomorrow. Unless you'd rather not. Victoria looks away, and I'm not sure how to respond. She wants me to come with her? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. At this point, I'm not exactly opposed to spending more time with her, so it doesn't take long to give her my answer. No, sure. I guess you're right. No, sure. Victoria seems satisfied, nodding. Of course I am. The walk from the car to Victoria's room was kind of a blur, making me think that I'm way more exhausted than I thought. Max just got psyched. It's not like I can exactly do anything about it now, not when I already agreed to come with Victoria. And maybe it's not so bad, especially when I got to sit down on Victoria's really, really soft couch. Even if this thing probably costs way more than my entire life. That is not a sentence. Complete sentence, anyways. I've been in here once before, thanks to one of Juliet and Dana's little scuffles. I shouldn't be surprised that it feels totally different to actually have been invited in instead of having to sneak in here myself. But that was just one time, and it was for a good cause. Still, good cause or not, that's still probably one of the things I should never let Victoria find out. Maybe sometime in the future, if we're actually still friends after this. That'd be nice. Please don't tell me you're falling asleep on me, Max. It's been like 5 minutes. After dumping her stuff on the table, Victoria finally sits down next to me, prompting me to sit up a little. I'm not. Your sofa is just super comfortable. Well, obviously, I know that. I huff at her, sitting even straighter for her benefit. God, that's a squeaky chair. Sitting up even straighter for her benefit, even rubbing my eyes and rolling my shoulders for extra effect. Better? Victoria hums, seemingly placated. I fight back an amused smile. If you want my attention so badly, you could just say so. Oh, so, the contest. What did you want to talk about first? The concept? The composition? I just throw out ideas at her, watching her carefully. In all actuality, I'm waiting to see what she has to say. There's no way she'd invite me completely out of the blue. Not if she didn't have something in mind. Well, no. Well, not entirely. It's about the rules for the contest. It's bullshit, but we missed something. That gets my attention. We missed something? Are you for real? I don't want to sound like I'm doubting her, but that just sounds wrong, especially since I know Victoria's probably poured more of her attention into the rules than me. Max being a detective at this point, seems like the kiss party's here. I will tell you, no. It is not here. Friday is the last day. Victoria frowns openly at me, clicking her tongue. Yes. Okay, so what is it? I'm nervous, but it's better to get it over with as quick as possible, like ripping off a band-aid or something. Even if Victoria is probably a lot worse than a band-aid. It's about our submission. I don't know if you've cared to notice, but there's a problem, namely who's going to be the one to actually submit their photo. Oh no. Yeah, Max. Oh. She sounds just as exasperated as I expected. It doesn't bother me, considering I can tell she's stressed out. I never promised any kiss, alright? That was a promise you put on yourself, so you got psyched. That, and I'm not trying to let her know how anxious I am as well. Two striked again. That's a problem because you're not leaving your camera, and I'm not leaving mine. Duh. I don't think I could stand to see you without that clunky-ass Polaroid either. Victoria sighs long and hard, and I bite my lip. I really couldn't see you without some designer camera either. I'd be dead before that happened. Trust me, I don't doubt it. As soon as Victoria smirks at my response, we're back to a stretch of silence that makes my stomach clench uneasily. So, what are you saying we should do? Victoria inhales once, turning to face me, giving me so much attention that it only really makes me feel more anxious. Chill out, Max. What's the worst you can say? We've gone this far together without slaying each other. I want to say, if you're gonna keep up your impatience the next time I do this live stream, somebody's gonna get yeeted out of this live stream. What else? We'll choose the best photograph out of the both of ours at the end of our shoot. Unless you have a better idea. That almost makes it sound like a competition, which is what I'm sure we're not supposed to do. I grasp at my forearm, furrowing my brows at Victoria. She stares at me blankly, huffing at me. No, it's not like we aren't going to be working together. 'Cause obviously we are. I'll be there to give you pointers and keep you from going too retro trash on me. She pauses. And I guess you could give me tips or whatever. Oh, I watch Victoria's eyes shift to her nails, picking at them. Hey man, people who pick at her nails are insecure. Still, that doesn't discount the fact that it might be yours. As soon as I admit that, I internally grimace. Way to throw your insecurities out there, Max. I'm sure Victoria finds that real charming. All I can do is quietly curse myself for being a total loser, while Victoria's giving me the blankest look for a second. Oh, hell no, Max. Don't you dare pull that shitty, insecure, shy, hipster fucking garbage on me. Seriously, your lack of confidence in yourself is astounding sometimes. Hey, immediately I try to defend myself, clutching at my bag strapped tightly. Victoria silences me with a wave of her hand. No, you listen to me. I don't know if this is some kind of stupid act or not. If you're trying to make everyone pity you or cry for the poor, awkward geek, what? I don't know what's in, or if you understand. Okay, thin and cry for the poor, awkward geek. Okay, what I do know is that you have to cut it the hell out. Victoria, that was a really weird inflection for me. Victoria narrows her eyes at me, and I forget to breathe as she's speaking. You're actually talented. God knows why you, out of literally anyone in this disappointing excuse for a school. Why do you think Mixed Dog gives you everything? This time, there's a crack in those words that makes me stiffen. Victoria bites her lip, continuing on with just as much fire. Because you actually have style. Well, your photos do. But you never fucking do anything with it. There's so many F-bombs from Victoria. Hell yeah. You just sit and tuck in your stupid shoulders every day like you aren't even trying. It should be so easy for you. My tongue feels like it's stuck to the roof of my mouth, and I know I can't just not respond. Yeah, Victoria is true, like, Max does just go about how fucking, oh, I'm so sad about this and all that fucking bullshit, so. Family friendly. Look, man, Victoria's making me say it. It's just that there's something so inherently intense about Victoria. She looks so frustrated, so upset. The set of her jaw is tense and she's scowling somewhere else, somewhere across the room. Well, you see, Max, in front of her is a girl with talent who can take fucking great pictures, the photography teacher who is one of the best, absolutely fucking loves her because she has style, and here is this girl with that style and talent saying that she has no style and talent, and that the other girl's art is so much better than hers. Like, of course that's fucking frustrating. Are you upset I'm actually good? I actually don't know what this, I actually don't know what the choices for this one is. So let me save right here. I was saying that I was gonna end the stream right after this day, but like it's been continuing for a while. Not that I mean, I would like to say I'm trying, but I don't think Victoria sees that she's been trying. Is it? See, I'm going for, it's the you again. Is it you or me? Are you upset I'm actually good? It might be the you again. Most of the choice I've been picking is you. I'm gonna go with the other two choices just to see. Be confident that you've never been confident. Let's see how this goes. I think it might be the first one, but we'll check. Sorry, I haven't been the most confident person. When I say that, I know I sound sarcastic, but it's true. I haven't. Ugh. No one starts off with confidence. No one. You just don't wake up with an enormous ego. Yeah, just look at Victoria, you gotta build it up. She stops, closing her eyes and inhaling softly, just to exhale a slow little huff. There's something about the sight that makes my heart ache. You're not special for not feeling confident in yourself. It's just annoying if you don't make an effort to amend that. Because, God, Max, you'll never get anywhere if you don't at least pretend you are. I'm not sure what you want me to do. It's just my turn. It's my turn to sound exasperated after Victoria's verbal scolding. I anxiously knock my feet against each other. Victoria pinches the bridge of her nose, shaking her head. Maybe I want you to stop moping around and make an effort, like, for once. I purse my lips, watching the irritated way Victoria drops her hand onto her knee, tapping her nails impatiently against her kneecap. Sorry, I didn't know I pissed you off that much. I know what Victoria's getting at, but that doesn't make it any easier to not be defensive. Victoria freezes, dragging her eyes back to me. She bites down on her tongue. No, you're missing the entire point. Dense as always. It's not you. You know, Victoria deflates, almost resting her elbows against her knees. Seeing her slouch like that feels odd, vulnerable. You're actually one of the most talented people here. I know, you already told me that, Victoria. I mean, you didn't say that directly, but you said that before. I don't really give a shit about anyone else. Consider how mediocre they all are. For an art school, the competition is laughable. There's hardly any except... Victoria throws me a sideways glance that makes me hold my breath. But whatever. It's none of my business if you don't want to waste your fucking potential and everyone's time. As quickly as she threw all of this out at me, now she's reeling back. I should have expected it, actually. So I fumble to stop her. No, I get it. You put so much effort into everything you do, Victoria, so I can kind of get how douchey it is. But it's not like I'm intentionally trying to piss you off. But you know, that is also understandable from Victoria's standpoint. She's got no competition, and here's a girl that could provide her said competition, but she's so fucking unconfident about herself that she doesn't even bring herself to the fucking ring. But it's not like it's not I'm 10. I sigh, biting the inside of my cheek when I see her lip twitch. That's not the point. No, it kind of is. I do see what you mean. I'm not going to apologize for all that because you might not know, but I have been working on it. That's why I'm here working with you. Victoria's eyes widen and she narrows them again, trying and stares ahead of her. Could be the third choice too. That's fair. It is. That comes out firmer than I intended, and I hear Victoria exhale loudly. I wouldn't be here if I didn't make an effort. Victoria mumbles so softly I almost missed it. Contrary to popular belief, I don't just have everything handed to me. I'm just another young, aspiring, stupidly hopeful photographer trying to get people to notice me. I know how hard it is, so... And you do. I blurt out without much tact, though it's not like I ever had much of it anyways. Victoria goes taut, stiffening up. You're such a good photographer. Everyone knows it. I know, Max. You've already told Victoria this. Goddamn teenagers and their fucking repetition. Her lips twitch a little, and I pretend not to notice. Of course, she couldn't resist getting her ego stroked. It doesn't bother me at all. That's why I'm really nervous, going against you and stuff. No. This is a collaboration, Max. She doesn't exactly respond quickly, and that's fine. I pick at some non-existent fuzz on my jeans, waiting. Are you kissing my ass? I'll be kissing something else real soon, Victoria, next stream. I seriously can't help the laughter that comes out of my throat, and Victoria gives me a dry scoff in return. Maybe? Is it working? No. That's what she says, but the stubborn hint of a smile on her lips gives it away. That makes me feel all the lighter. It's so unusual seeing Victoria so vulnerable, and I wonder just how much she actually thinks about this stuff. With the way she puts it, it's no wonder she's always so mean. She's just trying to get on top, which is no excuse, obviously, but it puts a lot into perspective. Even if she has no reason to be, I don't think she realizes that with all of her talent, she actually doesn't have to tear anyone down. Well, everybody's a little bit... Not to say everybody, Maybe Victoria could be insecure about herself, you never know. Submitting your work in and getting fucking denied? Unless she doesn't believe it herself. I just said that without even... I just explained what I said before without even reading the frickin'... without even reading that. Max? I can't stop the surprise jerk on my shoulders when Victoria calls for me, and I realize that I've been staring at her this whole time. Oh! Luckily for me, she's still staring at the coffee table, elbows still resting on her knees. Yeah? Victoria doesn't speak, and I'm convinced she has nothing to say until she leans back against the couch with a sigh. Just checking that you're, still with me. Where else would I be? Touché, somewhere in that blank head of yours. I smile, raising my brows at her. Kind of, I'm just thinking about you. Way to be creepy, Max. Shit. I glance across the room in an attempt to scour something that'll maybe ease the tension a little and keep me from saying something lame instead. Oh shit, there's no way I can pass that up. Trying to figure out what anime that's from. I gesture to a boxed up figurine, standing a little too proudly on Victoria's desk. You better not be screwing around with me, Caulfield. I'm not, I'm totally serious. It would be nice if this Max didn't explain the character model why they act like this. Show don't tell. See, I think there, one of the problem in this, in this fan-made game, again, it's a fan-made game. This is a fucking indie production. And one of the things that I feel is a flaw in this game is that there's too much fucking narration. There's just too much monologuing of just her going into her fucking, oh no, what's happening? Oh no, I'm such a, I'm such a terrible person. And all that fucking shit, but and she's just she's just here fucking monologuing away, with the scene with her giving the gift. It took how many minutes? It took 2 to 3 minutes of just having to read her through the fucking, having her read through her own goddamn monologue before she takes the goddamn gift out and give it to Victoria. That took a while. Which just makes me laugh even more, considering that Victoria's just well, hello, give me whatever the fuck, what are you gonna say? She's just, Victoria's over here pushing the conversation. Fun times. But yeah, that's overall. I still kind of like this. I still kind of like this visual novel. It captures the essence of Life is Strange, so that's one of the things I really like about it. They had a good time. Literally, you could just summarize that entire scene in the car. They had a good time. She gave her a gift. Wow. Victoria bites her lips and rolls her eyes. We all know you're a secret anime nerd, Victoria. Yeah, whatever. You seriously don't know? I smile sheepishly at her. Victoria raises a brow and laughs quietly, under her breath. Unbelievable. It's from Princess Mononoke, which, before you ask, is a movie, not an anime. Victoria, it is an anime, alright? Don't deny yourself that you're a goddamn fucking weeb. We all know it. It takes a lot not to laugh at the way she says that. Sorry, I've never heard of it. Chloe and I haven't watched anime since we were kids. Are you saying animes are for kids, Max? How dare you? With that obnoxiously blue hair, I'm surprised you both still don't. Oh! Victoria smirks and I try not to grin too much. Can't wait to tell Chloe that one. Vicky probably likes subs. Victoria, dubs or subs? Yeah, I know, but I guess I'm kind of into other stuff now. Other stuff? How dare you? Victoria turns to me, our knees bumping into each other. Oh, like? I scratch at the back of my head, humming and trying to will myself to think of something at least kind of interesting. Like sci-fi and stuff, all that's kind of cool. Are you saying anime's not cool, Max? The last big flick I think I saw was Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. It was good. Victoria lifts her hand to stop me, grimacing so openly, I'm convinced I just actually heard her. Please tell me you're joking. That's literally one of the worst film and the entire world has ever had to lay their eyes on. Which film? Final Fantasy? The Spirits Within? Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. Is that the subtitle of it? Let me go check it out, actually. It is. Okay. It's got a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, so it is one, but okay. Subs are just as bad as dubs. I mean, it's more or less just the voice acting, you know? I'm torn between the fact that she watched it and the fact that she hated it, and I gawked for a second before frowning. She watched it and she hated it. Oh my god. No way, it wasn't that bad. You're a fucking hipster, that's why you liked it, Max. You're good with a camera, but you have shitty taste in cinematic works, of course. Oh! Victoria stands up before I can respond, and I watch her cross over to the other side of her room, to her laptop. What are you doing? What do you think? We're watching quality cinema. Victoria, without looking up, gestures to the figurine from before. Meanwhile, I almost choke. Yeah, you guys gonna watch Princess Mononoke together. How romantic. Right now? What? Are you busy? I bite my lip, thinking about the fact that I could probably be sleeping. I should probably be sleeping instead. In fact, I should. I could probably. In fact, I should. Whatever. Animate and chill. But I guess not. We're watching it on your laptop? Victoria sighs. She got a big-ass TV somewhere, man. It's just a laptop. Duh. Where else? I watch Victoria fiddle around with her laptop, pause, and then turn to me. I don't want to be super picky or anything, but I can't help that I've totally been eyeing that tasty plasma TV. She does have a giant TV in there. Victoria notices too, this time. Oh my god. Her gaze goes from me to the TV and I manage a sheepish grin, ducking my head down a little. It'd be a real shame if... Oh, hell no, Caulfield. You did not just come in here for my equipment. I know she's not serious because there's no venom to those words. I didn't, I swear. Isn't it just a bigger shame you aren't going to let me enjoy quality cinema on that? Victoria crosses her arms, eyes narrowed to slits. Touché, Max. So that's a yes? Victoria rolls her eyes, shutting her laptop and going through her drawers instead. Bring my blanket over to the couch. The command is pretty self-explanatory, but it still manages to surprise me. Your code? No, I want to be comfortable. Yeah, it's just a little snuggling. Well, what about it, Max? She pauses. If you don't want to be, then we won't share. There's no way I can pass this up. Eventually, we're settled on her couch, lights off, with Victoria draping the blanket over us both. At first, I keep my distance, and I see Victoria frown. You're in a blanket, fam. Get in together. She lifts the blanket in a way I almost mistaken as inviting. Jesus, this thing isn't huge. Come closer. I don't know. I'm not totally confident you won't bite. Oh, she won't bite. She'll do something else. Oh my God. She snorts, shaking her head. Please, you wish. I do wish, Victoria. Her heart does a little flip in my chest, so instead of answering, I just scoot closer to her. She drapes the blanket over my shoulders when I'm close, and I bite my lip. My lips are very dry. I'm so close, I can feel the warmth radiating from her skin. She's doing a better job at warming me up than this blanket is. I'm starting it, so could you actually pay attention for once? I am. I'm not that out of it. Kind of. Plus, it'd be a waste of this tasty... Oh, sorry, that was Max. Plus, it'd be a waste of this tasty plasma. Why are you saying tasty? That's fucking... Please, never say that again. She snorts, pressing play. And just a few minutes in, it's already way obvious that I'm not paying attention. How dare you not pay attention to Princess Mononoke? Not only do I have no clue what's going on, it's just the beginning of the film. I'm way more focused on the weight of Victoria's legs against my one leg against mine, and the way she has her arms draped behind me, resting on the couch. Ooh, so sly. Oh my God. It's comfortable. She's comfortable. Who would have thought? I can't find it in myself to find that thought weird at all. And in the darkness of the room, God, these sentences, just like in the car, it feels like it's just the two of us. Except this time, it really is. They be dissing anime. I blame Max. You're not falling asleep, are you? Victoria clears her throat, shifting next to me. I burrow my fingers into the blanket, trying to focus on the characters on the screen and the white subtitles on the bottom. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna be like, it's hard to read subtitles and watch at the same time, you fucking scum. I lose track again when I feel Victoria's arm shift behind my shoulder. Oh, how slick. No way. Not when I'm trying to control the beating of my heart. It's Thursday now. Finally, end the stream. I'm just gonna end it right here. No goodbyes. But no, I'm just gonna... Holy shit, what the... Wait. It's that, and it's that. Okay, October 9th. We get to read more about Max's thoughts. Victoria wake me up. Okay, I'm just gonna skim through this, actually. Victoria wake me up at 8 in the freaking morning and got me into her car before I even fully wake up. She wound up taking me downtown, which was very, Victoria-like. Arcadia's Bay's tiny little downtown is the only place I think someone like her wouldn't be entirely embarrassed to go shopping. I imagine she probably gets most of her clothes in Seattle, though. Get this, she bought me an outfit. I have no idea WTF her game is, except that I'm apparently going to be modeling for her contest photo. So I did what any reasonably confused person would do, and went and quid pro quo. I don't know what that means. When I gave her the figurine I'd found, she had this kind of weird, embarrassed reaction that was actually kind of cute. WTF? Why'd you draw Chloe in this place? Like, there's nothing that correlates Chloe to this, to what you wrote anyways. Speed round. Like, if you add an A, you just make IKEA. I mean, yeah. Every time I put in my tags for YouTube, they always recommend me to put in IKEA. We wound up just relaxing in our car once we... Sorry, I forgot to say it. Speed reading. We wound up just relaxing in her car once we were parked back at school and watching the stars come out. It was actually kind of nice. I can't believe I just wrote that. Victoria did everything she could to make me uncomfortable last year with her bitchiness, so being able to just chill with her was like waking up on a different planet. She invited me to come hang out with her in her room, which was the biggest WTF I have ever experienced in my short life. We've lived across the hallway from one another since last year, but we're not exactly friendly neighbors. So we were sitting in her room together, talking about the contest. So surreal. She pointed out something that I hadn't even thought about, the fact that we can only enter one photo in the contest. We both have cameras and our own opinions and our own visions, but we can only enter one pic. Fuck! After tearing into me, she seemed so uneasy. Is that Dana? Why'd you draw Dana? I'm so confused half the time with these pictures. I guess it's starting to hit me now that Victoria's not exactly the person I thought she was. Oh, really? Or maybe we just never tried to get along enough before to see... Or maybe we just never tried to get along enough before to see beyond the surface of one another. I don't know, but I could get used to the new Victoria Chase. I wouldn't call her nice, but she wasn't being outright mean to me either. Maybe we could be friends. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. Now I know I'm definitely losing it. We're teaming up for a contest. I've got to keep my mind focused on that. I know she is, and that she'll go back to her usual self once it's over. Okay. All right, I'm going to save this here. I think we've made good progress. It's just gonna be 2 days left, so I will stream at another time. I don't know when. It's gonna be another impromptu. Hopefully, it might be the same day next week if I can find some goddamn silence in this freaking house. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you guys for sticking around. Oh, thank you, Yaoi Seems. Thank you for the compliment. We're ending on a black screen. It's great. Ike streams over a year. I haven't streamed since last year, that's for sure. Last time I streamed was November 2018. I stream a year later to fucking do this one. That would really suck. That would really suck. I actually would love to finish up Victoria's route. But yeah, if you guys haven't dropped a like, drop a like on this. Although I'm not really going to be using this video, but drop a like on it anyways. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully I can get part 2 of the Yuri Hall out. And if I don't, just expect another stream, because I at least want some kind of content out for you guys. So yeah. Hope you guys have a good day, a good night, good evening, whichever time you guys are at. So that's about it for me, fam. Adios.